What's the motherfucking deal? Hold on a second. I gotta tweak something here. I done made some adjustments and I forgot I did this. And so now the lighting looks real weird. But I'm gonna keep the audio on. How are all you wonderful, lovely people this evening? Welcome to The Den. If you're not familiar with The Den is the best conversation on the internet. And the reason why it is the best conversation on the internet is because of all you lovely, wonderful, amazing people, aka the Den folk. I am your host, Ed Honcho. And again, it is an honor. It is a privilege. And man, you don't know what a wonderful privilege this is. But most of all, it is my pleasure to get to chop it up with you guys each and every evening. Or something like that. Majority of evenings. And the Discord last night was very interesting. Well, I figured out. Oh, that's just right in my face. The Discord last night was very interesting. But I realized the Discord is like the old dens minus the reefers, and the I guess this will work for now. It's still something's going on with the lighting still on this camera. Like it was looking good and clear for a while. Well, prior to the vacation, and it just looks a little. I don't know if the camera's dirty. I don't know if it's the lighting. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. So, again, apologize for the tardiness. Let's see if the bot will connect, and if so, we'll get all that together. Let's see who we have joining us this evening. We talk about wonderful, amazing people. Let's talk about those wonderful early birds. And I guess it would be nice if I had some sort of device that right in my face that writes. All right. So you know how you think you're prepared, and then you really turn out not to be because you forget you change some stuff up. All right, so let's go from there. Hopefully this thing's right. There's a pen on the desk right in front of my face, and I completely overlooked it, and here we are. All right, so I see the Don of the Discord, aka Mr. Cultured himself. What's the motherfucking deal? Lady Licious, even though she said she wasn't going to join us tonight. What's the motherfucking deal? I see Just Sarah Solis. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. I'm writing down the names for the early birds. No, I did not write them beforehand. Miss Bell, I hope you're doing well. What's the motherfucking deal? K Grace, Sweetberry. Sweetberry, you don't get a what's the motherfucking deal. You don't ever want to call in. You don't ever want to talk to. Sweetberry just sits back on a little perch and she just judges us. She just judges everybody with her condescending little smirk and just in disdain and just hatred in evil ways. Nah, Sweetberry, you're all right. But Miss Grace, it's always good to hear from Miss Grace. Miss Grace joined us live in the Discord last night, and it was very, very interesting. Gangsta Grace is her former street name, but it's always good to see the wonderful Miss Grace. Wokety Woke, what's the motherfucking deal? Wokety Woke and Big M are like the New Mexican version of Prepaid and Trill when they get together. It is pure entertainment. Louis 17, what's the motherfucking deal? 17 in the building. Trixie McFly, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you? I hope all is well this evening. So that's what I have all down for the early birds. I see Jason S 335. What's the motherfucking deal? AB, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Kahau MC, what's the motherfucking deal? Shay B, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. It's definitely the fake Maria. Marie Lovely, what's the motherfucking deal? Always good to see Miss Marie Lovely. How are you this evening? Barbara Ebron, how are you this evening? Yeah, I'm glad. I was MIA for a little bit, but hey, we back in action. So hopefully, we get everything rolling. Shaolin Fantastic. What's the motherfucking deal? I know this ain't the sauce, but I'm gonna get the sauce getting back up. So we'll definitely we'll get it back. We'll get it back in action. Um, but yes, right. So there is a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss, a lot of things to get into. So tonight we're going to talk about the Peter Pan problem. And I know yesterday, Lorenzo Wilson, what's the motherfucking deal? People were asking, what is the Peter Pan problem? What does that mean? It's a crazy angle. This is weird because I made some adjustments to the setup a little bit, so the camera's up a little bit higher and angling down, so it looks odd to me. But hey, it is what it is. The Peter Pan problem, right? And for those of you who know, I had a little vacation for a little over a month. And
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. Happy birthday, Heidi and Honcho. Birthday cake. Party popper. Balloon. Party popper. Smiley face. Smiley face. Smiley face.
Oh, man. Appreciate that. Just Sarah. Big M, what's the motherfucking deal? So, oh no, that's definitely not the problem. So the Peter Pan problem. Peter Pan, for those who don't know, was the boy that never grew up, right? And I heard that Peter Pan was really a real sad face, right? No, sad face, sad story. Let me know if I maybe I need to put the mic a little bit closer if that helps. What are you talking about, Shannon? I don't know. I missed all the info. I don't know how much I missed Shannon though. But Peter Pan was the boy that never grew up, right? And he had the land with the Lost Boys and all that, and he went and got the little kids from the window, and they went flying off and all that other good stuff. From what I heard, that was actually a story about those kids dying, right? Like that was actually a story about the kids dying, and the Lost Boys were basically all children that died at a young age, and that's what Peter Pan was. It's a sad fucking story if you think about it from that way. You just think, oh, kids, they go to fly, they have fun, they fight the pirate, but it's really a sad story. Nah, it's just the timing because All Sports is earlier, so the timing of that is a lot. But we'll probably get consistent with that probably around Monday, and I think we'll be able to we'll be able to get it right. So So Kobe, no, it's not fucks All Sports. All Sports will be. It's just that I don't want to do one and then it'd be a delay and then not be able to do it. So, I should be more consistent with that next week. So then we'll be dropping a lot more stuff next week. So the Peter Pan problem, and why I say this is because, like I said, there was a bunch of topics I wrote down while I was on my vacation, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And so while I was in there, I was just watching the other roommates in the bunk, and there's some older gentlemen. I'm guess what you would call. I'm 35, so I guess you would call that middle age, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm watching, and I'm just like, the majority of the people in that area were about my age, maybe a little bit, a couple of years younger, a few years older. There were several actually that were older, and so I'm just looking. And you got guys that are in their 40s, 50s, a couple in their 60s. And, me, I'm sitting back. Half the time I'm ear hustling. So half the time I'm observing if I'm not, kind of in my own little world, reading or writing or just, whatever I'm thinking about. And I'm just like, man, the mentality of these people are like the young niggas that's in there. I mean, it's actually like it was a couple of young dudes. I was a teenager. The only dudes in it that was rather young, early 20s. He seemed to have more sense than a lot of them. And it's just like, and it's what I'm saying. So when do you grow up? And so this is not about dying children or anything like that. But Peter Pan, the kids that never grew up, right? And so I'm looking at these adults like they've never grown up. They're talking about the same goofy shit that got them in that place. You know, the mentality, the conversation level that they had is very juvenile, same shit. You got a nigga in there, he's 50 something, and all he doing is quoting rap songs all day and just saying, what was this saying he had? Something about your mama got a big old titty, and he would say that randomly all throughout the day. But I'm just like, the behavior is extremely juvenile. The behavior is, it's lacking maturity. And so I'm just sitting here like, man, what happened? What happened along the way that caused these people to never grow up? And then I'm just wondering, how big of a problem is this really? Because it's not just, those weren't the only people on the planet in that one bunk or whatever, dorm, whatever they want to call it. They use all kind of euphemisms for it. But, and how many people does this affect? And is this why I really started thinking about a lot of rap music, a lot of other music too? A lot of music is lowbrow and very juvenile. And I'm just like, is this why all of this is popular? How big of a problem is this in America? How many of us are impacted by this mentality where, it's almost like you never grow up. Now, I understand having a good time when it's time to have a good time. I understand having fun and, letting your hair down and cooling. But then when it's time to, tighten up and handle business, you have to do that. But judging from some of the conversation, judging from just the basics, like I said, the State of the Union came on in there, and it was entirely in Spanish, and so it was a very Hispanic-dominated environment, and just listening to the conversations. Oh man, and then the tranny had so much shit to say about Trump, and none of it made any fucking sense. And if I just
Dan Strong donated $5.
I didn't want to argue. I didn't
It's
want
what
to start.
happens when you don't ever take responsibility for your actions. These weak-ass SJW types are the same way.
Appreciate the love, Mr. Dan Strong. Says what happens when you don't ever take responsibility for your actions. These weak-ass SJW types are the same way, and I agree. I absolutely agree. And I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Dan Strong. And that's what it is. And really it is what it is, because what I've noticed is people who are repeat offenders, who constantly get into the same shit over and over, are people who never take that responsibility, who never own up. It's always an outside source. It's always something else. It's always somebody else's fault that, that they're in that situation. And I just wonder, like, how does that happen? Is it the way that they're raised? Are they spoiled? I just don't understand it, because at some point you have to realize, hey, and it took me a while. I'm not going to sit and say, oh, like I had it just all figured out. I was probably my, mid-20s before I really started realizing that I had control over my situation. Now, did I take full control over it immediately? No. Again, I had some bumps in the road that, we're not going to get into that. But I knew that, even with those bumps in the road, like I knew that I had to take the blame for my actions. And when you take the blame for your actions, you also take responsibility. You take the power behind those actions. So when you blame somebody else, you give them their power. You give them that control. I like to have control. And by me accepting that blame, I also accept the control. But you got a lot of these people that don't do that. And so it's just, it bothers me, because there's a lot of people out there like that. And these people have a say-so in our society. Again, these people get to procreate and everything, and so they're birthing more people of this mentality. But that's kind of the lines I want to go along on tonight. Just, people who never grow up. How bad is it that, or how much of an impact on society do you feel like it has that we deal with so many of these people on our day-to-day? We can talk about a little bit of the politics that are going on. Who's it? Warren just dropped out. So you have Bernie and Biden. Biden can't complete a sentence, and Bernie wants socialism. So if y'all want to get on the political tip this evening, we'll definitely take some calls about that. Let me see. There was something else that's been floating about. Because like I said, I will throw a couple of things out there, because like I said, it's a lot to catch up on. Corona, and I want to know your thoughts. Because I guess the Corona is finally hitting the states and making an impact of sorts. So I want to know your thoughts on the coronavirus. How significant do you think it's going to be? How much of an impact do you think it's going to have here in America? I mean, I think, there's been quite a few deaths. I mean, I'm not sure exactly the total, but I know here in Houston, they just said they had their first 2 cases. And then Fort Bend, which is right next to Houston, for those who don't know, they had a couple of cases out there. So, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your feelings. Like I said, so we can talk politics, we can talk Corona, and we can talk about immature-minded people and the impact that they have on our society. I'll give you just a moment. Let me get the line going on, and like I said, we'll get to talking about all that good stuff. But other than that, like I said, I hope all of you have been having a wonderful day. I hope things have been going in your favor. And yeah, for those of you who've been missing the Discord conversations, extremely interesting, man. Like I say, extremely interesting. And the Discord conversations are like the old dens. And when I say that, like the old dens, it's because when it was more of a male-dominated conversation. But the den on the YouTube is actually more of like a female-dominated conversation, because I think overall the women outnumber the men in the den. But like I think in the Discord, the men are much more active. And I think Broderick killed a dog last night on the Discord. So R.I.P. little puppy. Let me see. And there we go. That's the number. Let's get the proper headgear on, I guess. There we go. And let's take some calls, man. And again, I apologize for those of you who came in last night and we didn't quite get to it. I had a little bit of a hiccup, so instead of just pushing it way, way back, I felt like it was just better not to go and push it today. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Honcho, what up, man?
Dan, the motherfucking man. What is going on? How are you feeling this evening, Mr. Dan?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. Actually, next week is spring break at my university, so. But the thing is, I'm too old for that shit. I literally said that in one of my classes today. And I about to go to the beach and party. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
You ain't turn for spring break, man?
Oh, hell no. I'm home now. Actually, I'm going to go see my niece, and just hang out with her and see my brother and my dad, make sure they're all right. I'm trying to get some hours. I got like a little part-time job working with the university, trying to help other veterans with employment and stuff. I might better get some hours in. I'm going to hit this gym up, too. Yeah. I took a break because class has been kind of kicking my ass, but I got a nice little break today. Some stuff got pushed to the right, fortunately, so I have a little breathing room, but I'm still going to get some assignments done. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to stay focused, And I'm glad you're back, man. I'm definitely glad you're back. Glad to hear that, bro. Because I remember a few days ago, I saw, like Honcho live. What's going on? What's popping? Hey, you're back. So I'm glad to see that, bro. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Cool. Good to hear it, man. And I got family members been through that too, man. So I understand entirely, bro. No judgments or anything, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was. I won't say it was traumatic or anything, but it was extremely boring and just terrible, because there's really a lack of civil conversation to be had there, and that was probably one of the worst aspects of it.
Yeah, man, and we'll start on that subject. The lack of growing up, it amazed me. It's like 45-year-old men talking about the same shit, talking about what broads they sleeping with, talking about sports. I mean, look, sports are fine, right? Mm-hmm. But it's gotta be something else besides that. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But I'm not a big sports fan in general. I used to be big in UFC and stuff like that, but they about as crooked as goddamn boxing, so fuck them too. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But I mean, look, sports are fine. It's good to root for somebody. I ain't mad at sports. So I'm gonna back about the sports comment, because I know you got like the sports den and stuff like that. So I ain't trying to shit on y'all with that, man. No disrespect. But some people, it's like their entire life. It's just like, dude, y'all gotta have something else to do, man. I don't know. Yeah. But I'm sure NFL, NBA don't mind. So do what you got to do, man. I don't know.
I feel like some people live like vicariously through their sports teams, through their sports heroes, and instead of if you dedicate some of that energy to your own life, man, you probably be a little bit better off or in a better mood, or be I don't know. It's a weird thing.
And it's funny you mention that because one of my classes it's a programming class, and you got to pay attention. Even then, you got to study outside of class. Ain't no joke. And like some dudes ask me for help and stuff like that because I pay attention and I do my homework to the best of my abilities. But I got a lot of stuff going on. So, but I actually got an A in the class right now, so I ain't bullshitting.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't bullshitting, bro. But like, so this one dude, like the professor was nice today. He's like, okay, it's spring break. So I'll let y'all off early and all that stuff. But before that, he's asking me, he's trying to get my help with a problem. And I'm like, yeah, I got you, man. But let me just work on it because I'm working on a program right now. And then, like, the minute the professor said that nigga was gone, bro. He's just dipped. I'm like, I guess you don't want help, you know what I'm saying? But he has my email. He'll probably hit me up, like, the day before the project's due, like, hey, man, how do you work this out? I hope he don't. Hopefully he knows what he's doing. But it's like these, and you know what? I can't judge him that much because I was a young black guy, and now I'm an old, worn-out black guy. But, like, it's like the same group of dudes in the back talking about, oh, I hear LeBron, Michael, Charles Barkley, and then, like, this bitch, that nigga. I'm like, bro, man, like, y'all in college, bro. Leave that shit alone. But not the sports talk, but, like, all the nigga words and stuff like that, bro. Like, do that shit in your dorm room, bro. Just try to have a better, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too judgmental. But it's like that mindset, if they keep that mindset or just keep talking about, if they ain't talking about rap or who they fucking or, you know, who's the best point guard all the time, it's like that's it, man. And I heard a lot of the same shit in Navy. These same dudes in Navy, 30-some-year-old men talking about, y'all fuck that bitch, or yo, man, the best rapper all the time. I'm like, y'all talk about anything else, bro?
Correct.
That's it. You see, I never fit in with them because them kind of niggas roast me, so I know they roast the shit out of me. I ain't gonna bullshit. I stay getting roasted, bro. Goddamn Planters roasted peanuts and shit. So maybe I'm just hating. I'm just a jealous ass nigga. I don't know.
No, man, but I agree. And here's the thing, and I participate in the conversation from time to time, but those they can get stale. You know, if that's the same thing that you're talking about quite often. And I'm gonna be honest, like when I find myself more and more, especially when it comes to like the new rap and some of these things, like I start to find myself getting jaded with a lot of these conversations. Like, you know, I participate in them, and I think we talked a little bit about rap last night in the Discord. We were talking about, you know, if anybody really listens to like East Coast rap, but it's just like some of the conversations, they do get repetitive, and some of them they, you know, I definitely feel you, so I don't blame you at all for not partaking because you're not missing out on anything.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. It's good to hear another black man, like, you know, agree with you, because I don't want to feel like I'm alone, you know? Yeah. And maybe it's just one thing. But it's like, I don't know, bro. It's like there's, like, no growth, you know? And especially with the rap music, well, most of it's garbage. Let's be honest here. I mean, look, whatever, like, legitimacy rap had, Tekashi killed that shit. I'm sorry. I still blame Tekashi. And that nigga about to walk off in about, 11, 10 months. Frizz Wilson, meanwhile, them 16 niggas he snitched on. And rightfully so. I ain't mad at him. I mean, they was robbing him blind, bro. I saw a documentary on that shit, bro. They was robbing him blind. He'd get like $600,000 for a show. He'd only get $60,000 of the money. Like, really?
Terrible. They must give him that contract.
Oh, yeah, they wore her ass out, bro. That shit is insane, bro.
That's crazy.
Y'all need to learn how to read or get a lawyer that you trust. Don't let your mans hold on to the money. Don't let your friend of your friend. You get someone that's outside of the situation to manage your fucking money. Someone that has no attachments whatsoever to you or anyone else in the equation. Because if they don't have any attachment to you, if they're not trying to, you know, hustle everyone around them, then they're not gonna most likely not hustle you. Yeah. You know, some shit just, I don't know, man. But, I wish more grown men would grow up, honestly, because it's the same dudes that talk about the same shit. Like, they always, like I've heard a 40-year-old man say, I'm going to go to my mama's house. Like, bro, where your house at, bro? You know, that kind of shit. You know, but these dudes got, like, 4 kids, though. Yeah. They stay with some kids. Women stay letting them bum-ass dudes impregnate them. And I ain't just talking about black guys. I'm talking about white dudes. I done seen some bum-ass white dudes in trailer parks and shit. mama this, my mama. I'm like, bro, like, y'all, this is ridiculous. And you know what? I'm jealous of them too, because my mother's dead. I wish I could run to my mama's house. She dead. She gone. So, man, I'm just jealous. I got my father, but actually, a little while ago, I told my father I don't want to ever ask him for anything else. I'll take care of myself. If you need help from me, if I can help you, let me know. I love you. Yeah. And I felt proud to say that because he raised me. You know what I'm saying? Him and my mom, they were fucked up, but they tried. And I love and respect them for that. You know what I'm saying? I might have some issues here and there with certain things, but, you know, I think we should get to a point where, like, we're not constantly running to our parents for help, because I know at some points my dad needs help right now, and I have been helping as much as I can while going to school, working a job, everything. I'm just trying to manage, you know. I'm in my 30s, and I'm trying to be, when I get to 40s, I'm responsible, got a decent job, saving money. I'm saving money right now, but I'm trying to get better off, you know. So that's the best I can do right now.
Yeah, I think that's the point. You know, if you're fortunate enough to be in that position, I think that's something everybody should strive for. You know, to be able to turn the tables, and you know, to be able to take care of those who took care of us. Yeah.
Because I mean, Honcho, you remember what I told you a few months ago, man? There was a point where I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen. Yeah. Because what I ended up doing, you know. But luckily, I was able to bounce back from that. I've been very lucky recently because I know not everyone gets opportunities like I have, and some of it was luck. So it is what it is. I'm just making the best of my situation, you know. Yeah. But yeah, it's just really sad. Some grown men who just haven't matured. It's like, damn, bro. Like, when does it stop? You know, you see like 40-year-old men outside the gas station with these young niggas. I'm like, what, really? Bro, I need to be in the house, bro. Like, anytime if I drive by a gas station and there's like 4 or 5 dudes outside, I don't care if I got a quarter of a gallon of a tank of gas left. I'm driving by that gas station. I ain't about to pull over. Nope. No. Oh, I'm not gonna engage in that shit. Nigga ask you for money. I remember I was in Richmond one time, about to go to a club or whatever with my brother, and I pulled up. I had like a little polo on or whatever, trying to look clean for females and everything. Yeah. This dude at the gas station was like, man, you got a quarter? I'm like, nah, bro. No, I ain't got no quarter. I'm like, and immediately this dude approached me like, you know, he was trying to rob me, and he asked me for a quarter. If I pulled in my wallet, I'd have been done. Yeah. Luckily, I ain't stupid. So it's just like, that's the kind of people I try to avoid, man. People who have already given up. Yeah. I don't know. That shit's crazy, bro. It's just, I wish grown men would really some of these grown men get their shit together, take care of their kids. Try to have kids. No, I don't know. I don't know.
That's crazy. It reminds me of when I was staying over in Third Ward when I was at U of H for a little bit. There used to be this little store, and every time I'd go to the store, it'd be a chick. She'd be posted like, I don't think she needed anything. I think that was her hustle. I don't know what it was, but she'd always ask for the change, like no matter what. I see her asking any and everybody, and she'd be there every day. And she was young, looked like she was had decent clothes and just things like that. But I don't want to say young, like not like a teenager, maybe early 20s or something like that. And I always wondered about that. You know, I guess that was her hustle. That was her thing. Maybe she just stacked up all the change, or maybe small things add up eventually. But but what do you think? True. What do you think the impact though is? Like you said, because these guys, they tend to have a lot of children, and if they're immature in the mind, what is it that they're doing, or what is it that they're able to teach their kids, or what is it that they're able to pass on to their children? And I think that has a significant impact, generationally when you're dealing with people like this.
They ain't passing on shit, bro. They ain't passing a motherfucking thing. All they're passing on is a hole in that child. Like where my daddy, like your daddy around the city doing whatever, but he can't come see you. Correct. And he can't use the excuse that like your mama, this, and this, because you and that mother can meet at a neutral location. You can take your kid for a day or the weekend. My parents are doing that, and they at one point hated each other. Yeah. They made up before mom died, thank God. But there's ways to work that out. Unless y'all are so volatile, someone's gonna die the next time y'all meet. It rarely is like that. You can see your kids. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So these men don't have any excuse for that shit. Correct. It's insane, bro. It's insane. Like, here's someone else that didn't grow up. Umar Johnson. They've been roasting his ass, bro. He was on World Star. Man. Bro.
I've been hearing about. I have not caught up with. I've been hearing about Umar having some issues. I did see some. I did see a video of somebody talking about that he's homeless or something, and they said he was in New Orleans or something crazy. Like I've heard all kind of stuff, and that he got on somebody about they donated him $10, and he told him, well, next time make it 20 or some shit like that. Like I heard Umar is out of there.
Oh man. And he got kids he ain't taking care of, from what my understanding. He been preaching about the school. It's been 10 years. Yeah. They still ain't got no power on in the school, bro. He just bought the building like a year and a half. It's insane how long that has gone on. But it's coming to a head now, so we're gonna see that fall out in the next year or so. Because he hasn't grown up either. He's been saying the same shit. But it's insane, bro.
Yeah, how you gonna?
I don't know.
If you not take care of your own kids, how you gonna start a whole school to?
Right.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's a bad situation.
And that's the thing, man. He's been just using that whole, every white person's evil. I'm gonna take care of my black people, bro. This dude ain't Jesus, bro. Yeah. He claims he's related to Moses and Abraham and all that shit. He does claim that he's related to Frederick Douglass and all this other shit, but he ain't. It's insane, bro.
Man, and that's my thing, and that's why I say I had got away from that whole pro-black thing, that crowd, that group of people, because it just seemed like every one of them, it was something fishy about all of them. You watch them long enough, something just don't seem right, something just don't sound right, something is going on. It's real scummy and scammy. So it's crazy.
It's and I'm gonna move on now. I might end up ending the conversation just because I ain't trying to hold the line. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when every one of them pro-black dudes, it's always something about like, I'm gonna release these documentaries. We gonna do all this. Just give me more money. We'll do this, and this. Now at least people like Tariq Nasheed, at least they have they give you something. They give you like a documentary, like Half Truth about the horrors our people have gone through in America, and then they fill up some metaphysical bullshit like we're the original chosen tribe of Judah. Like, bro, no, we're from Africa. Our ancestors from Africa, bro. Okay, yeah, I don't know, it's insane, bro. So I give him some credit for at least having a product. Yeah. Umar is supposed to have released 7 books. I ain't seeing a single page of a book yet. It's insane, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. I got my own issues with Tariq and what he's got going on. That's definitely a dedicated conversation. Some people got upset with me last time I said some things, but
yeah, I remember. I think I called that day too.
So,
yeah, man.
Yeah, they were not too happy with me. Lost a lot of subscribers there, but hey, you got to be honest about it. So, it is what it is.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, man. The game is a game, bro. Yeah. But let me not hold y'all up. Look, man. Yeah, man. Y'all do your thing, bro. I don't know. It's good to talk to you again, Honcho. Man, I'll probably call in. I'll go ahead, sir.
No, so it was also good to hear from you, Mr. Daddy, man. What were you saying?
Thank you very much. I ain't doing shit next week, so I'll probably end up calling in 1 or 2 more times.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll be looking forward to hearing from you. We got to figure out something nice to do for spring break to bring a little spice to the den. But definitely, I'll be looking forward to hearing from you.
All right, bro. You take care, man. Have a good night. Den, y'all be easy. Go and chop and screw what I just said. I ain't worried about it.
All right. Shout out to Daddy, man. I'm glad everything's going well in college, man. And like I said again, good to hear from you, man.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night.
You too. Have a good evening. Hi there. Professor Trio, what's the motherfucking deal? Shelly Long is here. It's neither here nor there. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's Belle. How are you?
I'm doing well, Miss Belle. You sound like you're getting a little bit better. How are you feeling this evening?
Hey, day by day, lots of hot tea. I'm getting there.
Okay, good deal.
This Peter Pan thing's pretty kind of cool. Honestly, I think the opposite of that for women is like Cinderella syndrome.
That's very interesting. Cinderella syndrome, jot it down. Because somebody said something I was listening to yesterday about that. Not necessarily referring to Cinderella, but talking about the mentality of the princess mentality. But
yeah.
So what do you think the impact of that way of thinking is on the country?
As far as the Peter Pan syndrome, for me, and what I've come to find out what it is, is that it just means that a person is not emotionally mature and that they don't take accountability and responsibility well, and they don't own their positive or negative things. There's no ownership in getting past it. They just stay in that juvenile stage. But as far as how it's affecting the country, I don't know. I think it's affecting the generations. You know, I'm of a certain age, and I grew up in a time where it was very much more traditional. There was still divorce. It wasn't as, quote unquote, commonplace as it is today. I think that different strokes for different folks in general. But back in the day, one of the few things that we did understand is that men carried certain roles and women carried certain roles. And now that women are able to do it all, men are kind of confused. And I'm not saying that every man, I'm saying that there are traditional roles in any partnership, but there doesn't seem to be the communication in order to balance those partnerships out. Because we're at a divorce rate of 50%, which means we have a whole lot of step families all over the place. And I'm not saying that divorce there aren't good reasons for it, because damn right well there are. But before jumping into a next situation, it's important that people clear up some of the issues from the previous one to not make the mistakes in the next one. And I look at that as Cinderella syndrome too, because, or princess syndrome, if you want to go that way. There are no knight in shining armors. That's the reality. We are our own warriors as women and as men. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't want somebody, but when it's a need, it puts a lot of pressure on somebody else, and it doesn't make it a real positive relationship all the time.
I could definitely agree with that. So do you think that there is a solution, or do you think that things are going to continue, excuse me, kind of in the direction that things have been going as of late?
It's kind of hard to say. I think that I really don't know. I'm at a loss at how things are. Now, politically, if I had to choose between Bernie and, who's the vice president? Bernie, and who's the other guy? Crap.
Biden.
Yeah, Biden. Sorry, I just tip of the tongue syndrome. I'd have to take Biden for the fact that we do not need socialism. We were a country that was born and started and persevered on capitalism. Now, I'm not saying that's always functionable. However, what I am saying is that socialism has brought down so many other nations. I mean, perfect examples of, even Heidi was saying with Argentina, Russia, Soviet Union failed from socialism. And there are so many countries that it just does not work for.
I agree.
On the same note, I'm not sure how I completely feel about Biden, but sometimes it's the lesser of two evils. I don't even know who. I haven't even looked at the Republican. I'm not a big Trump fan, but if he's the best in the lot, sometimes that's what you have to choose. And because I'd rather choose more by the issues than by the politician themselves. And that's just me.
I agree. I think he's definitely going to be the choice. I saw there's some other name contending, but again, that's neither here nor there. think somebody's just throwing their name in the hat for whatever reason. But yeah, he's definitely going to be the man.
Yeah, and I think what's really going to carry it is when they choose their vice president is really going to be where it changes a lot. Do they bring in a female candidate for vice president? Does Biden bring in Budnick? So it's not just the man in charge. It's the second man.
Prepaid Mike donated $25. Yeah, they fucked Bernie, but at least they didn't cut his dick off, Maine.
So that should be an important factor as well. By the way, this weekend is Turn the Clocks Ahead.
Oh yeah, spring forward, fall back. So yes, appreciate the love, prepaid. Yeah. So what did we do that? But Saturday night.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
Is it Saturday? But Saturday night is what, like 2 in the morning or something like that? You're supposed to.
Something like that. Saturday night and a Sunday morning.
Okay.
So everybody's going to be late on Sunday. But yeah. All right. I'm just keeping it short tonight because I'm still getting better. But that's what I got for you tonight. And I was the one that was having trouble with my mic last night.
No.
So hopefully Coltrane and I can figure it out over the weekend, the volume issue.
Okay. Yeah, last night was interesting. The gentleman, the Irish gentleman from Belfast.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He was a trip. And I think it's kind of cool because rap is not one of my musics that I listen to often. So listening to all of you guys is something of an education for me. And this times I don't mind just kind of like stepping in the background and listening, and it's really cool. But that's kind of my story for tonight.
Okay. Well, Ms. Bell, it's good to hear from you. Like I said, you sound like you're getting better, so hopefully as the days go by, you'll get back 100%, and definitely be looking forward to hearing from you here in the near future.
Yep, one day at a time, kiddo.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you for calling this evening. You have a good night.
All right, night, Honcho.
All right. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's good, Honcho? This prepaid.
Prepaid. What's the motherfucking deal, man?
Man.
Appreciate the love, man. What's on your mind this evening, Mr. Prepaid, man?
Has Roman called in yet?
No, I don't think Roman hasn't called in yet, man.
Whenever y'all see Roman, tell Roman I told his little Thundercat ass he don't know what he's talking about. I told y'all they was finna fuck Bernie. I told y'all. This is how this thing works, man. But before I go on to my political spiel, let's talk about the Peter Pan situation. And I think the most important thing that a lot of us do, because we as a people,
Rob
we
Myers
grow.
Donated
you know what I'm saying?
$20 through Super
you
Chat.
realize you have to
Dem
grow, you have to
Latinos
continue
are
to
swing
get better, you have
vote.
to
Niggas
continue
are no
being
longer
being
needed.
accountable moving forward.
Bernie Sanders
But I
is
think
what
one thing
we should talk about. His and Biden's agenda leaves niggas out again. Tired of interracial cross-contamination of our politics.
Shout out to Rob Myers, man. Good to see you, Rob, man, and appreciate the love there. All right, sorry about that, prepaid. Go ahead, carry on. I want the people to be able to hear what you were saying.
Oh, no problem. And shout out to Dan, the man. Shout out to Rob. Two solid brothers, man. Yeah. Appreciate everything y'all do for the Den, bro.
Yes, sir.
But what I was saying was that, as we become, as we are being accountable and we're growing and moving forward in our life, we have to learn how to grow and leave others behind also.
Yes.
Because, see, here's the thing. I got friends, I got close, co-workers and people I grew up with, and they're the best version of them. They went to school, they bust their ass, they have great careers, and they grew, but the people around them didn't.
Yeah.
And instead of them forcing others to grow, they coddled them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like being a tree. You're growing and your limbs are growing, but if you got shit all over your limbs, you can't never reach your potential. It's stunting your own growth, and the problem with us as a people is that you can allow people to stunt your growth to the point to where you can no longer reach your potential, the final best version of you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you have to find a way to separate it. There's going to be people, bro, no matter how much you love them, they just ain't going to be shit.
Right.
And when they reach a stage where you realize they're just not going to be moving forward, you got to cut them off and go on about your business. And it kind of ties into how I feel about what happened in politics, because all my woke friends, they were huge on Elizabeth Warren. Like that's the move. Elizabeth Warren, she's the most qualified. She just has all these plans and shit. Elizabeth Warren went out there and got slaughtered. She from Oklahoma. She finished third in Oklahoma. How do you
Sarah
lose in a state where you from to two motherfuckers? Like,
Brown
think about this, Honcho. That would be like people picking two motherfuckers in front of me who they don't even know. Like, how y'all pick a motherfucker y'all don't even know? Then she from Massachusetts. She gets third in Massachusetts. Now, the reason why, this is why, the Peter Pan thing really whooping her ass also, is because of her saying, you know what, the reason why I got my ass whooped is I turned to that woke shit and started, pandering to this Twitter. They got this Twitter audience that they like to target these people with these radical ideas. She started doing that shit and got her ass whipped. And instead of her saying, you know what, I fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? My campaign team, we just was off on that one. She blamed it on sexism. We just let that makes no sense though, Honcho. We just let Hillary Clinton cheat Bernie Sanders 4 years ago. Yeah. We you know what I'm saying? Michelle Obama's going on one of the greatest runs I've ever seen of a person writing a book. Michelle Obama has a top selling book. Book ain't worth a damn, but she has a top selling book. You know what I'm saying? Women thrive in this country, and this is what you come up with. No, see what happens is the people you grew up with know you the best. The people in Oklahoma knew she wasn't about shit, and the people in Massachusetts knew she wasn't about shit. And when you ain't about shit, it spreads.
Did she walk into somewhere where the folks were eating, and basically nobody even really acknowledged her? She went, I guess, trying to meet with the people, and they just kind of looked off. Nobody would even stop what they were doing.
What and the thing about it was, see, and of course, you know what I'm saying, I know Trump is finna slaughter whoever you put in front of him. I've been telling y'all that shit for 2 years now. But the thing about it is that I thought Elizabeth Warren had something early on. Yeah. And then she started lying. And when you start lying, like you listen, you cannot be the person who talk about we need to be, the Green New Deal and, stop using fossil fuels, and you taking a private jet everywhere you go. Now, I don't have a problem with private jets. First and foremost, I don't have a problem with wealth, period. I'm into that shit. If you can afford it, nigga, do it big in every aspect of life. Just do it big. If you ain't got to drink water, you can afford, Perrier Jouet champagne, nigga, drink that shit. I could care less. But don't sit back here and thumb your finger at people and tell people how they should live their life, and you are taking private jets everywhere. She got caught coming off a private jet and trying to hide her face. But that's embarrassing, bro. That's why people love Trump. Yeah. Trump ain't gonna just tell you about the private jet. He tells you, hey, there goes mine right there. There goes my private jet right there. Oh yeah, that's my PJ. You work hard, you can get you one. And it's a sad thing in American politics, because what they want to do is they want to tell us all this bullshit, but they don't follow it themselves. Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do. Now, I must say this, since because they done fucked Bernie, and it's well deserved, because Bernie has decided he's not gonna go to the coon states, the ignorant states, the South Carolinas, the Mississippi. That's Bernie. What are you doing? No. See, the black vote, and Coach are gonna like this. I know he's gonna eat this shit up. See, I got a great analogy for the black vote moving forward in politics. The black vote is the side chick. Now, the side chick don't require a lot, but if you leave the side chick out, she'll fuck your life up. See, all the black vote require you is come around every now and then, tell us some sweet nothings, lie to us a little bit, and you got us. We gonna stick around. We gonna be loyal as shit. But boy, if you don't come around this motherfucker, whoo, it can get ugly. Bernie found it out real fast. Yeah, yeah. And all the, and all the young wokes, these fake progressive, these fake revolution. Listen, ain't no revolution. Ain't no revolution. If you're pandering to these young college kids, I'm gonna tell you the reason why you're wasting your time. If they don't get something in return for it, because everything with them is a handout. When I was in college, if you was having a seminar, if you wasn't giving out free food, niggas wasn't coming. That mentality has never changed with college students. If you want them to come out and vote for you, you better be paying them. And if you ain't gonna pay them, they ain't showing up. Voters from age group of 18 to 29 voted at 13%.
Wow.
Bernie, your campaign, they fucked you. They fucked you. You know who voting? My 75-year-old black ass grandmother who telling me I don't believe nothing that Bernie's saying, baby. I don't believe it. I just don't think we gonna get none of this stuff for free. I just want it to be affordable. Yeah. And listen, and Grandma Nancy, they gonna come out in waves, boy, in droves, and that's how they do. And that's the reason why the Bernies of the world cannot be successful, because you cannot decide you cannot decide how your side chick gonna vote. Yeah. As long as you lie to her a little bit, give her a little bit of attention, she gonna show you the love. Now, off of the politics, man. On to this coronavirus bullshit.
Real quick, coronavirus. Before we jump off the politics, I got one political based question. Okay. So in Texas, they were showing the statistics of how basically every other demographic voted for Bernie. You know, the majority voted for Bernie, but blacks had an overwhelming majority vote for Biden. How is it that, you know, even though he didn't really do very much under Obama, why are we buying into, just because he was buddies with Obama, that Biden automatically just has the black vote? Or is it because of the lack of attention that Bernie's given? Because
the side chick of the black vote allows it. Mm-hmm. Bernie got up there in his acceptance speech and said that I want to thank my wife, and grabbed his sister's hand. I ain't never made that mistake in any form or fashion. He's completely senile. We just have decided it don't matter. Okay, we've seen his teeth fall out already, okay? In South Carolina, in the primary, he said he was running for Senate, and if you don't want to vote for him, vote for the other Biden. Who's the other Biden, Joe? Who's the other Biden? He then turns around and forgot the Declaration of Independence. I have no idea how the fuck that happened. He said, you know, the thing you say, the thing, come on, work with me. That's what he said. Let me tell you who Joe Biden is. Joe Biden is the Muhammad Ali of politics. He got the shakes. He don't remember nothing. We all clap for him because he used to be a good person back in the gap. He used to be the champ. But black people don't care. Black people don't care. Black people have decided if you was cool with Obama, it don't matter. This is the same Joe Biden that wrote the 94 crime bill. Correct. We just erased that shit. We just don't give a fuck. If Bill Clinton walk in the hood right now, niggas gonna be throwing rose petals on the ground. No. You locked the 20 million niggas. Who gives a shit? Bill Clinton, baby. That's Hillary, old man. And that's who we are as a people. And it's so sad. It's so pathetic. But that's where we are. That's the same reason as to why the same black people ain't gonna vote for Trump, because they say Trump racist. Well, Biden passes racist legislation. Yeah, but that's different. That's the way this shit works. That's who we are as a people. It's gonna get ugly, man. But the longer this campaign goes on, the worse you're gonna see from Biden. The longer this campaign goes on, the more crazy you're gonna see from Bernie. So either you're gonna vote for the nigga who ain't gonna remember tomorrow where he at tomorrow, or the nigga who just lost his fucking noodle, who just gonna get up here and talk records and talk dumb shit. Bernie has automatically lost Florida. You when you
just
say what you say about Castro, you can scratch Florida off. You fucked that up. You ain't going to none of the nigga states, so you can scratch all that. So guess what? He's stuck in the Midwest,
challenge
in
in
Swing
effect. Celebratory hands in the
smart.
air. Celebratory hands in the air.
And
Smiley face.
You put Biden in front of Trump. That's like putting a motherfucking elderly person in front of a Mack truck. It's gonna be terrible. He's gonna eat his lunch, man. So. You got any other questions for me on the political side?
No, that's all I got on the political part.
Okay. Now, I ain't going to stick long into this coronavirus shit, but I'm going to just give y'all some statistics. Okay. 80,000 people in America die every year from the flu. Yeah. 80,000. We doing all this shit in America right now, over 25 cases of the coronavirus. Majority of people are quarantined, y'all. The reason why it's getting this much publicity is because they politicize it. When you turn something to political, that's when it gets all this press coverage. People ain't even dying in America from the coronavirus. We had 2 deaths so far?
Something like that. I think
you're gonna have 20 deaths this weekend because of the flu. We know about the flu, so we act like it never happened. That's what politics does when they politicize it. They blame. Trump said that the Democrats are trying to politicize, is trying to make it a hoax as far as them blaming him for the coronavirus. Yeah. They said that Trump called the coronavirus a hoax. This is what politics is, y'all. It's a dirty game. It's a very, very dirty game. Wash your fucking hands. If you got parents,
Just
they
Sarah
old, they got a
donated
beat up immune
$2 through
system.
Super Chat.
Look after your
God damn
parents.
it.
If you
Person
got
face
small
palming.
children, look
I
after them
meant
because they might have problems with the immune
$20
system. Everybody between 20 and 30, 20 and 40, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
Just wash your fucking hands, man. And most importantly, say it with me, Honcho, don't cut his dick off, man. Y'all have a great night.
I already prepaid. Yeah, man. Man, that shit has been killing me, man. But Boosie wasn't lying. Let the little nigga make it, man. Let me see. I didn't with the phone line. Let me see. Shout out to Prepaid. Shout out to Just Sarah. Appreciate all the love. Shout out to Kitty Cologne. Appreciate the love. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to to the Den this evening?
Oh, true. Hey.
Shout out to Just Sarah. Appreciate all the love. Hello.
Hey.
Yes.
Honcho, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Hola.
Hey, it's your boy Josh again, man.
Josh, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind, Mr. Josh?
First of all, man, I'm glad you back, man. It's been a minute, man. A whole lot of bullshit, crazy shit that went on.
Oh, yes.
But it is what it is.
Yes, it's a crazy world.
About the eggshell part, walking on people, not seeing people how they feel, it's pretty much due to the PC environment that we have.
Mm-hmm.
As you well know, can't really say anything. People get offended. People call you racist. People just it's like blood dance and shit. So can't say shit no more unless you're on Twitter. But until you get blood. So just that.
So they trying to soften up Twitter too. They trying to make it all terrible.
Have you ever been in Twitter jail before?
No, I haven't been Twitter jailed, but I've been in a real jail. That's probably much worse.
Yeah, that's no that matter. But usually how it works is like they don't like prevent you from going to your account, but you can't tweet, retweet, comment, post shit. But yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, so are you in Twitter jail right now?
I mean, I've been in Twitter jail before for saying some crazy shit, but I mean, not right now. I got my account back, but yeah, I know how it feels like. I mean, it sucks.
Do you feel powerless when you're in Twitter jail?
Wait, what?
So does it give you a feeling of powerlessness when you are in Twitter jail?
Yeah, it does. I mean, you can't comment on that. You can't tweet nothing. You can't say anything. You have to just sit there and watch and just turn it off. Yeah, two choices, really.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that problem. I don't necessarily attack too much on Twitter, even though people say a lot of stupid stuff, and I want to. Like, it's been many times I've definitely had something ready to go, and I'm thinking about pushing that tweet button. I'm just like, you know what? This is gonna cause a long back and forth, drawn out situation, and I really don't give that much of a damn, and I'm probably gonna tweet one or two things and call it a wrap. So I generally just don't. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, that person's lost, or that it is what it is. But outside of that, I don't care too much.
Yeah, because he's been doing that too much, and he's been put in jail too long. So like, he turned off a function that people can retweet his tweets, so you can see it, but you can't retweet what he says. Because he's tired of getting put in Twitter jail. So you can do that too, but it depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think about what's going on with this coronavirus, man?
Coronavirus, man, that's really bad. I'm just glad that it's not widespread, I guess, at this point. And I guess the bad news for Trump is when you tell people to do something, they're probably not going to do it. They tell people to wash their hands and do everything. Like, you're supposed to be doing that already, but we're going to say 90% of people don't do that.
Yeah, if you've ever went to a public restroom and you just happen to be going in as somebody else is coming out, people don't wash their hands. And I find that extremely disturbing. Like, you got to wash your hands going in and out the restroom.
So if you don't wash your hands over there, then at home, then I don't even want to get into that. So probably find some more stuff, but so So yeah, but like prepaid form, more people die from the flu than this for right now. So I think it's gonna stay around a little bit longer because there's no, just because there's no cure right now, because people have been through the Ebola stuff and they was able to keep that under control. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. All right. All right. Anything else that's on your mind there, Mr. Josh there?
Yeah, and I've got to bring up this last one thing, and I know you probably be mad when I bring this up. I'm gonna just tell people this: kids watching at home, if you have a contract, pretty much read it and have someone else read it, and have someone else read it, and you probably know where I'm going to go with this.
Mm-hmm.
And so, famous rapper from the city of Houston is running around, playing hide and go seek with their label because they fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's why you see Clown on First Take this morning.
Yeah. I didn't see nothing.
What's the name? Put on some clothes on for the first time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They when you got a legal situation, people trying to, paint your image a different way. They trying to so that when you're introduced to some of these new folks, they think that this is a civilized, classy person, and they look at you favorably. But in reality, I think I've never seen any of this person's work. I've accidentally heard maybe a piece of a verse from them today because I was listening to something else, and but I've heard about the situation, and I read a couple of things related to it. Some posts by a certain gentleman that is well known in Houston, has been well known in Houston for quite a few decades. So and he expressed his opinions on that, and it's going to be very interesting to see what ultimately happens. But I think what this individual is doing is putting themselves in a significantly worse position, because now they're going to jump ship and go somewhere else. They're going to have to pay. They have to pay their legal fees. They're going to have to pay the people they're going to, because the people they're going to might try to buy them out. She's going to have to cover that. And so it's this person is really putting themselves into more debt, and they're just going to remain getting fucked over. But they don't realize it. It is what it is. So, but my whole.
And I just hope for. I just hope for what's the name win, because if she don't, well, I'm not even going to go with what's going to happen.
Go back to where she started.
Yeah.
Only wear wrestling outfits.
Yeah. You want to talk about the most, crazy, weird interview. I never seen a rapper go on, national TV, not know nothing. Like, she didn't know Mike D'Antoni, Russell Westbrook, the list go on. The worst interview I ever seen in life.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, like I said, they it's all an agenda, man. Like that's promotion, and again, so it is what it is. That fame is the biggest drug, and we'll see what happens after that, because that's a whole different conversation. Because you got to understand, especially these days, and just being genuine, the shelf life for a female rapper is very short. And so, you've only had you've had a few pop up here and there, but aside from maybe like Nicki Minaj, and then what's the other one who's been hot for a while?
And what's the name?
The other one.
Beyonce, and she not even really.
Yeah, but like I said, it had a little run. But for the most part, you have a lot of them that are kind of flash in the pan, because people get tired of things after a while, and so you can only twerk so much. You can only do so much, and if you ain't really talking about too much else, that's going to fade. So I don't know if that's even a wise investment, but it is what it is. Like I say, it'll all pan out one way or another. It's none of my business. But but what you said is learn to read, and to be that old and not read something that could significantly change your life, and now you're mad about it. That's on that person. So
yeah, and that's why the money grab is happening. But I'll let you go. It's good to be back, and I'm glad you're back.
All right, well, appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Josh.
All right, man.
All right, stay out of Miami for spring break, wherever you at. I forgot to say that, because I know he said he was supposed to. I think he said he was supposed to go to Miami or something like that for spring break. Yeah, that's another thing. A couple of other things that I forgot to mention. I want to say it was yesterday or the day before. Kardashian and Trump you know, basically getting a few more people out of jail. And then what I find is very interesting, but nobody talks about this. Niggas don't want to talk about this shit. Is the chick, the one who did 21 years, and she's definitely an adamant Trump supporter because I think she was there with him, and she's been working along with Kim Kardashian and Trump and everything else. But you know, these people's lives are changed. You know, we wanted to root for the little girl who killed her pimp, and then she got out, and that was a big deal. But we're not talking about these other situations that are similar, that are benefiting, or, you know, again, because the name Trump is attached to it. Yeah, Alice Johnson, yeah, and she getting it. And so, and that's the thing. You know, nobody wants to talk about that. Why? Because Trump's name is associated. So my thing is just like this, and I tell y'all all the time, I'm not a Trump hater, I'm not a Trump lover, but if somebody's doing something beneficial, you gotta acknowledge that, you know. And so to give praise to all this other bullshit and BS when, you know, people are seeing real results from this, you know, was the First Step Act. And again, a lot of these are black women that are seeing benefits to these things. I think the situation with Kardashian, so it's like two of the most hated people in America when it comes to black people. And that's the Kardashians, and black women hate the Kardashians. Black women hate the Kardashians. But Kim Kardashian here getting all the black women out of jail. And then black people as a whole, a large majority hate Trump. But he's out here getting these people out of these life sentences, getting out of these people out of these long-term sentences. So, you know, but that's not beneficial, that's not worthwhile. And then, you know, everybody was saying, well, Kim Kardashian ain't doing nothing. It's the other two black women, the lawyers that help. Yes, and she's working with them. She's helping fund, like, these people get out. She's helping fund them, you know, as far as getting residents, getting back on their feet and things like that. Like, you know, and she never took credit in the sense of, like, she's doing it all. She shouted out all those, the women who helped and all that, and people act like she was just trying to take all the credit. But, you know, and I'm no Kim K fan either. I thought the sex tape was terrible, right? You know, I never watched the show. I have no use for any of the products, you know. That's Kanye's wife. But, you know, you got to give people the credit was credit due, because she could be doing something completely different. She could be doing whatever else. Y'all upset. People are upset. You know what else people are really upset about? You know what else people are really upset about? I commend her. The woman's working to become a lawyer. She doesn't have to do anything for the rest of her life, and she'll be good. But she's actually trying to commit herself to something productive. I respect it. I may not like any of the previous shit that she did. She could be one of these lifetime no-name reality TV stars and never be anything. It is what it is. And all the rest of them little motherfuckers took the brand and ran with the Jenner billionaire or whatever, the one with Travis Scott or whatever. They was mad at her because she had a long braid in her, you know what I'm saying? They was mad she was culturally appropriating because she had a long braid. Ray J, well, Ray J played himself. He should have got paid for that deal. But my thing is this. I don't know what Shannon talking about. Something I didn't read. I don't know. So again, you know, my thing is that. Right. She don't really. Shannon, what are you saying? Okay, I want you to really think about what you're saying here. Right, and I'm like I said, I'm no Kim K support. Kim K was getting like $1 million to post some shit on her fucking Instagram. How much more clout do you really need? How are you getting clout for helping people get released that the majority of the people who love you for whatever it is that you're doing don't give a shit about? On my phone, I ain't even looking at the line. I'm fucking up. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening? I'm tripping.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Hey, how you doing? This is Slick Whips.
How you doing, Miss Slick Whips? I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing better. I've been sick, but I'm okay.
You ain't got the corona, do you?
I want to know. Huh? No. I haven't been out of the country. I haven't run into the nail shop, none of that good old stuff.
Okay.
But I just called in to let you know that I love you guys very much. I appreciate this show for so many reasons. I didn't get a notification, so I want to know what's up with the notification, gang.
Yeah.
I didn't get a notification that you were on. So.
Well, I appreciate you checking in anyway, and again, we appreciate you too for being a part of this community.
Yeah, I'm just checking in. Yeah, I'm glad I'm part of this community. This is my grown-up outlet, and I appreciate you guys very much. And y'all have a nice night.
All right. Well, thank you for calling.
Take care. Bye-bye.
There you go. Good evening. What's the motherfucking deal we got calling into the den this evening?
What?
Hello.
Yeah, Honcho, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Listen, I don't want to raise my voice tonight. You know, I'm trying to be peaceful. What cloud is there for Kim K to chase, y'all? Can y'all please tell me?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
The woman has literally spent millions of dollars on prison reform. When these people come home from prison, like Allen Johnson had been in prison for 20 years, right? When you come home, you have to get acclimated back into society. So I know a lot of y'all don't understand jail in prison, so let me kind of break this down for y'all. Honcho was gone for 35 days, 40 days, Honcho?
Yes, sir.
It's hard to put your life back together after being gone for over a month. Imagine if you was gone for 20 years. When these people come home and they get back into society, they need jobs. They need place to sleep. Kim K has paid for one dude. I forgot the dude's name. Ernest something. Maybe it's Ernest Johnson. I think it's his name. Ernest Wilson. She paid for his apartment for 5 years. Think about that, y'all. She paid for this man's apartment for 5 years.
Correct.
Not only did she pay for his, she paid for over 50 people to have apartments for the next 5 years. She's providing them, and she's not just paying for the apartment, fully furnished, everything. There's no clout to chase. See, a lot of y'all keep forgetting that Kim Daddy was Robert Kardashian, one of the greatest trial attorneys of all time. It's in her blood. She grew up around law books. She grew up seeing her dad practice these high-profile cases. Now, you can say what you want to about her. Kim K can really be Gayle King right now, and none of y'all would say shit. She could make millions of dollars each year just doing interviews and putting a foot on niggas' necks like Gayle King. The fact that she even decided to even come out and help niggas out, y'all should be celebrating it. But I get it. Representation means more than anything to niggas, so I understand. I get it. I completely get it. Now, I didn't speak on Megan Thee Stallion, but I'm going to say this real fast because a lot of y'all, I've seen a lot of niggas making jokes about Jay Prince. And for the life of me, I just don't get. Here we are in 2020, and y'all still keep making these jokes about, y'all must think Jay Prince the boogeyman. Look, listen, bro, you got a contract. There's 4 corners to a contract. You accept it. There's an offer. You accept it. It don't matter how unfair you think the offer is. You signed your name. You took your pen. You set your pad. That's the meeting of the minds. You have a valid contract. If you decide to go to war with Jay Prince, sweet baby Jesus, have at it. The last nigga I heard that went to war with Jay Prince was a Canadian rapper by the name of Drake. Stuck paying that hood tax for the last 15 years. Y'all go ahead and have that. So Megan, if you want to get out that contract, go ahead. Jay-Z will gladly be dropping that money off of Jay Prince. I guarantee it. You will be paying that. You will be paying the hood tax in your own city. It's a very sad thing. It's a very, very sad thing, bro. There is I read her contract, Honcho. Yeah. There is a negative 3,000% chance she's gonna win that. Negative ghostwriter. Yeah, it's ironclad. It's to the point to where her contract is actually good. People don't realize this. These record labels are putting money into a person who no one ever heard of. Hot Girl Summer just clicked. You know how many female artists come out who said Hot Girl Summer and it never went anywhere? No, you can't. That's the difference. Like 40% of your publishing, you're not supposed to get 40% of it. So trust me, when the attorney's going to that courthouse, bro, Megan gonna fuck around and be on rap a lot till she's 75 years old. That's it for me, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Good night.
I already prepaid. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. And I looked at some of this, man. Look, Jay Prince is hilarious. Now, I'm not gonna say he's a comedian. I'm not taking him for a joke, but I read the little thing that he posted in response, and he threw that little jab in at the end because I guess I don't know why she didn't read the contract, or saying she couldn't read or she didn't, whatever. But in the end of that post, and he said, at that time, her mom was alive, who I'm assuming who could read, and it was just like, oh my God, that's fucked up, but it's kind of funny because he just, he threw that little dirty jab in there. But my thing is, what it is she's got some new ears behind her, she got some new people pumping her up, and she's thinking, a major label, you thinking Jay-Z, and you believe in all this hype and all this other stuff. But look, hey, do what you do. Look, y'all remember Jay Prince on that? He told Diddy, look, and Diddy is a well-to-do, well-known individual, and Diddy got ties. Don't sleep on Diddy. Don't think he just Diddy bopped his way to, over $500 million. And y'all ain't hear nothing from Diddy talking about Jay Prince, so. Don't expect too much else out of Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Louis XVII donated $1 through Super Chat. When I was a child I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man I put away childish things. St. Paul.
That is a great point. Shout out to Louis XVII. Appreciate the love. That's a good, excellent point. And I think that's the thing, though. Getting back to full circle. A lot of this stuff we don't put away. A lot of this stuff we still want to be cool. A lot of this stuff we still, I saw Floyd want to train, he said he wanted to train Wilder. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. But, yeah, and the point I was making, let me pull this back up because I keep forgetting about this. And I agree, Rob, that we are fucked up. And the reason we're fucked up is because we focus on the shit that I'm talking about right now. Stuff that is terrible and pointless, but we're talking about it because people want to talk about these things. And that is, let me pull this out because I know I said Mr. Call. Let me pop the other thing out so that way I ain't got to open this whole window. All right, cool, here we go. So you got people who don't want to acknowledge what Kardashian and Trump are doing as far as helping those individuals. But then you have people who are upset because, what's the name of the rapper I was just talking about? Nicki Minaj's molesting boyfriend got arrested for failing to register. I guess he thought, once he married Minaj, he didn't have to register as a sex offender anymore. And people are saying, "Oh, sex offender is such a harsh term. He shouldn't have to have that title anymore because you marry a rapper." You know what I'm saying? Again, Shannon, how do you know what her reasons are? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, yeah, Shannon, call in. You ain't called in a while, Shannon. Call in, Shannon. Let's have a discussion. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that. So, but my thing is, the dude, and again, like I said, the charge he actually got off relatively light. He only did like 4 years for what it was. But he basically, if I'm not mistaken, she was 15, the chick that he raped with a knife to her stomach. Like, and sex offender is too harsh of a term. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, some people get behind people and they support them blindly. And it doesn't make sense. And the thing is, like I say, Nicki Minaj though, because her brother was I think was a molester too, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And so she throw it off in the head, but because she dresses in all the crazy stuff, wears all the crazy wigs, has the injections, and makes the weird music that y'all love, people will get behind her blindly and support. So, it is what it is. Oh my God. Oh, come on. Oh, Shannon, you should call in, Shannon, so we can discuss your thoughts on this menage thing. But again, I do agree though that and this is why I say especially niggas that here's something I feel, and again, we can agree, we can disagree. Let's take this call first. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hey, this is Shannon. How are you, Honcho?
Hello, Shannon. How are you doing?
Hey, everybody. This is Rashida. How y'all doing? I'm just playing. Shannon. I hope you're doing all right. I ain't heard from you in a minute.
Okay. How are you doing, Miss Rashida? How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. It got the nerve to be snowing. It's some straight up bullshit. First it was windy as hell, then it started snowing.
No, you can't complain about the wind. Y'all a windy city. That's like you don't get to complain about that.
Yeah.
That's like Florida people complaining about sunshine. Y'all supposed to be the sunshine state. You can't complain about sunshine.
Right.
So the city y'all can't complain about wind in Chicago. That's part of the deal.
I do what I want to do. If I want to complain about the wind, that's what I'm going to do.
No, I ain't listening to that. I'm ignoring that. Anything else I hear, but you go complain about wind in the windy city, I'm not going to listen.
You know what? You be doing a lot of talking for a man that want a side man sandwich.
I still ain't going to ever get the sandwich. I've been waiting on that sandwich for as long as I've known you, Miss Rashid. I've been waiting on the side man. I heard the legend of the Chicago side man sandwich. They told me where to get one. I tried to apply for one. I couldn't get one, and it is what it is.
I ain't got no bread right now, and I go to the grocery store. I got you.
Okay, all right, that's a bet. But
I'm gonna get this right started with the Meg Thee Stallion contract thing. I know we talking about Peter Pan, but that's what's on my mind first. So that's what I'm gonna jump off into.
Okay.
I don't feel sorry for her because at 20 years old, you can read and write. She read that contract. She just came to them people broke and wanted an opportunity, and that's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to pay your dues. What she should do is finish out her contract with them. Get on whatever in her contract, and then go and release that music with the other company, whatever she can call herself doing.
Yeah. And like I say, to me, in my opinion, she putting herself in a hole because, like I say, the people ain't finna give her nothing for free. If she think that that she gonna get out of some shit, scot free just to go be with this other company, she gonna have to recoup everything that they spend on, her situation.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly. So it's still gonna come out her pocket anyway. So, the business it's a business.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't about friendship. She talking about, we family. So I thought I could renegotiate my contract. Why would you need to renegotiate something that you didn't read?
That's the crazy thing. Yeah, she's gonna be on the stage twerking for a long, long time. As I say, that's why you gotta understand that some of these artists, they work real hard because they have to, So, but it's
a lot of other rappers that went through the same thing, not just rappers, singers, or whatever. Got signed to bad contracts. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going in there without no money, and them people putting up all their money. You know what I'm saying? To invest in you. Yeah. Was she gonna pay them back if her career didn't go as planned?
Yeah, that's the thing.
They get their money back.
Yeah, they spend a whole lot of money on getting out there because if it wasn't for them, how are you gonna get out there? Because you can make all the music in the world, but if nobody hears it, I'm pretty sure they put money behind her to keep her looking a certain way.
Can they get their money back?
Yeah.
Had she not became Meg Thee Stallion, let's say they spent upwards of $1 million promoting her.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Can they get their $1 million back had she not achieved that amount of money back in revenue? No, they cannot.
Correct.
So they took a risk on that $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to reap the reward of it. It is what it is.
Yeah. And I heard that they also helped her by paying for some of the personal assets, if you will, some of the attachments.
Off her booty and breast or something.
Yeah, I heard that somebody said that they had paid to help her get enhanced a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, I honestly, until today, I've never even seen her face. And as of right now, if you told me to pick her out of a lineup of, I don't know, whoever, I probably couldn't tell you. Like, I saw her briefly, and so I'm not going to sit here and even tell you. Like, I know, I saw her in the little suit thing, so, and she just looked like everybody else to me. So, I mean, I couldn't.
Yeah, she looked regular. She kind of looked like Missy Elliott.
No, don't insult Missy like that. Look, Missy was cool. Missy was talented.
Yeah,
Missy was ahead of her time. Missy was space age. She was ahead of the game. Missy's music is timeless. You know what I'm saying? Like if they re-released all Missy shit right now, but promoted it properly, everybody be right back on that shit, thinking it's some new shit. Missy was ahead of the game because her music is suitable for all ages. Well, not all ages, but for all times. So we ain't gonna do my girl Missy like that.
But anyway, she'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean.
But she would have never got to Rock Nation had she never been promoted by the Live Lake.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. That's my whole thing. Like you can talk about the money issues. One, even if you're not getting all of what you think you deserve, you're getting more than you would have, had you not signed with them. Because who else was gonna put you on? They took a chance on you.
Don't just fuck with her out the gate like that without seeing what she can do.
Yeah.
They only, jumping on a bandwagon after she did something for herself.
Exactly.
And she did that with the people she was with.
Exactly. And so that's
so them same people that everybody want to have all this animosity toward and backlash and they greedy and all this and that. Them was the ones that were helping her not starve. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who took the chance on her.
Exactly.
Rock Nation could have took the same chance on her because I'm sure she shopped her music to them too. And come on.
That's true. But yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, once you're a hot commodity, yeah, and that's what it is. So she hearing that name, she hearing Jay-Z and all that shit, and so she want to jump ship and
right. Of course, Jay-Z want to. I mean, he want to know you bringing something to the table.
Yeah, they're not gonna take those gambles. But like I say, now that they know you,
right,
you hot,
exactly.
yeah.
He a businessman too. Shit, I don't know why she thinks she getting into a better deal. Jay-Z a snake too. Shit, like, girl, bye.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Diddy artists, they still starving. Shit.
That's the thing.
You know he was a dirty bastard now, but hey, he done accumulated himself a whole $1 billion. So
yeah, that's a very interesting situation.
Yeah.
That's what I say because she got to pay what? She got to pay the $300. She got to pay the $1,501. So she getting contractually gang
right.
banged.
You need to finish with one first and then get off into the other one because she could put that on the shelf that new music. Unless she gonna make sure the other people get their money. Or they buy her out or whatever, but that's still gonna come out of her money. Jay-Z ain't just gonna buy her ass out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They not finna show you that kind of love. They gonna put that, and that's gonna be a clause in your contract or whatever, and you're gonna have to pay that back. And they gonna hit you with a deal that's still gonna get you on the same, or probably around the same terms that you was getting out. Well, she may have a little bit more leverage because now that she has the popularity or whatever, but. That's why it's smarter when these artists go independent. They build up their following, they put in the work, because then they have the right to make those demands. When you independent and you grind and you build your social media following, you say you got 1 million followers or a significant number of followers and fans, and you kind of got your own little thing going. These labels can't hit you with that because you've already built. You got everything you need, so you can come to the table and say, okay, well, this is what I'm thinking. But when you have nothing, you're a nobody, they literally building you up and putting money behind you so you look like you have something. You know, you come out talking all this hot shit in your music, but in reality, that ain't what it is. But wait a minute. What's she supposed to be like in law school or some shit? Did somebody say she was supposed
I don't fuck with her. I don't really know that much about her. I don't listen to her music. You know, this little story is what, you know, sparked my interest, you know. So,
yeah, look, I remember somebody saying something she was supposed to be in law school or something like that. But if that's the case, and you didn't read the
how the hell
contract,
you in law school and you can't read a contract? That's a fundamental, one of the fundamentals of being a damn lawyer. I would never told somebody no shit like that. At 20 years old, I'm in law school and didn't read a contract. How the hell you gonna help somebody else, girl?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Lord,
yeah, you know, like again, that deal, that infamous deal. You know, people be wanting that deal so bad, but and I get it. You know, trying to go independent can be difficult too because it's not easy. You know, you got to stand out in the crowd of others. But shit, you know, again in the long, you got to think long term. It's better to build your shit up, have control of your own brand, than jump onto somebody else, and then you know you beholden to their terms and shit. They basically own you. But here's the thing that bothers me though too is because niggas, look, she got a bad deal. Even with a bad deal, she making more money than the overwhelming majority of everybody else. You go rap for an hour, if that, and you make 5 figures, okay? Now, and that's after, you know, all other shit is taken out and everything else. Look, man, I'm not caping for this bitch. I don't give a shit. She eating good. You know, it's just, you know, one more. But that's a better lifestyle than you're going to have with probably whatever you going to school for. If you ain't reading contracts, you ain't doing nothing too complicated in school. She probably taking underwater basket weaving or some shit. And, you know, my thing is like, so I don't feel bad. It's like almost like the Monique situation where like I don't feel, but Monique at least had a resume. You know what I'm saying? So that's something different, but it's similar to that. But so my deal is like you still gonna eat good, you still gonna have all these things. So I don't necessarily care, but you got people running into bat for, you know, you got people doing this and that. I mean, I'm just interested in seeing how it all plays out.
At the end of the day, they ain't gonna let her out of contract, so she might as well just make the best of it, be quiet, do what she got to do, and keep on pushing.
Yeah, but my thing is like, yeah, especially that's the crazy thing though, because I just found it out from reading the thing. Like, you never dropped an album, so how do you gonna get out of a contract when you never made an album? Like, I thought that was how that worked. I thought you had to make albums to.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
I mean, I didn't know you get a contract for just making a single. Okay, make us a couple of singles, and you know the deal is done. I didn't think that's how it worked. I thought you had to you know, create a full product here. But I don't know. Like I'm not in the music industry. I don't fucking know. So, but again, like I said, I think you know
all them songs floating out there. She could go grab her some songs, fulfill her contract, and then keep it pushing. Yeah. It ain't rocket science to go and get them what they contracted you to do, and then you know move on.
Yeah. So it's just, but again, like I say, we live in a day and age, especially a lot of this younger generation. They see things a lot differently.
You know, a lot of these damn younger generation is ungrateful. They want to starve the people that fed them. Them damn people took a chance on your I ain't gonna say no talent, but no name brand ass from the beginning. Ain't nobody know who the hell you was. They put money behind you and everything, girl. Be glad, be thankful. It might have been a bad deal, but at the end of the day, you eating off that deal. So move on.
Yeah, but then they're not appreciative of the opportunity. They just see other people eat more, even though these are the people that like these people.
Like you said earlier, she could have took the independent route, did the shit herself. She tried to take a shortcut, and it cost her. Oh.
Yeah, and so that's the thing is like because they see somebody else getting more off the situation, they mad about. But these people, not only did this person build this company, build these relationships, invest money into you so that you had this opportunity, to do this. And so there was a foundation way before you, and you mad about that. Again, it kills me, but that's how a lot of people are. That's how a lot of this society. That's why you see so many people who are even entertaining the idea of socialism. Oh, these people are making too much money. Or these people are getting too much of that. Well, this person built this company that hired these people so that they could work for them, and that
they
compound.
Taking the risk.
Yeah, they took all the risk.
That's their risk.
Yeah, that's what killed me. If this person didn't put their money up, this person didn't spend the years or coming up with this idea or with this product or whatever it is that allows you to have a job, being a part of this or this system, whatever service or whatever it is, like, people want to have the same share. They want to have the same, say so, but yet not invest anything into it, not have any risk, not take any real losses. Like, that's what people don't get. And when you do that, you reap the rewards. You reap what you sow. You put the years in, you put the work in, you grow something to where it is. But, well, I've been here, I'm not getting paid enough, I'm not getting this enough. But this wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the foundation that somebody else laid.
And like you said, she make more in one show than people make for a whole year, and they feeling sorry for her.
Yeah.
Her ass to eat steak and lobster every damn day, while your ass can only eat it during tax time. So you need to just move on. Feeling sorry for somebody. That bitch still rich. She a rich bitch. Now she needs to go on about her business. Because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you
Period.
basically you famous. You get your hair and nails did all the time when you want it. You go out, you perform for an hour, and you make
feeling sorry for somebody. She's still rich, and she gonna stay rich. So
yeah. You travel all over the country and all that other stuff.
Right.
And, but you got complaints, so.
Private planes and all this shit. Come on now. Oh, poor me. No, your ass the one poor. God damn it. While you sitting up there talking about poor her. Shit.
Yeah, correct. So, but, like I say, yeah, I agree. I think in the long run, she gonna be upset because, again, if she does get somehow, and she's gonna pay. I mean, she's just really gonna be paying more people. That's all that's gonna end up happening. She's gonna be paying more people.
But she sounded like a damn fool. I wish you could have saw that video. Talking, I thought because we was family that I can renegotiate. What is this window being found out?
She's just trying to play that role to get people to feel sympathy for her. Because most people, that's what they would want in that role. Instead of thinking logically about how this situation played out and the decisions that were made.
You knew that wasn't your damn uncle when you went in there and signed the contract. He don't look like your dad. He ain't got to support you. Shit.
Yeah.
And then people want to bring it up there. He makes so much.
I'm trying to see. Okay, I think we're back. Hold on. I think we had to say disconnected for a second. I think it's good though. I don't know what happened with the thing. Jay-Z might be putting some money into the next YouTube video. He don't want to hear us. He don't want to hear us talking down. They trying to fuck up making sales over there. We don't even want to. But that's the thing though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This ain't doing nothing but draw. Man, they loving this, right? Because this is doing nothing but drawing national attention. And so what's gonna happen is when she does drop an album, those fans, they gonna go buy. We gonna go support Megan. We gonna go buy this album, not realizing that shit, you ain't supporting the motherfucking thing, And so
she can make more money off of her touring and all that other kind of shit.
But shit,
so that's what she needs.
But I think they got her in the 360, so that means they eating off the touring and everything too. So because that's what
I didn't read her contract just like she did, so I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think
350. That means they get some of everything.
Some of everything. So yeah, because that's what was happening was back in the day. Rappers they would sign a deal, but they'd get like a. It would be like closer to 50-50 or so, and so what that would come out of the album. Right. So like they do the videos, they had the video budget and all that stuff, but that would come out, album sales and shit like that. But then they would go on tour and they would sell merch and they would do all that shit, and that would be all of their money. You know what I mean? The record label wasn't really seeing that money, and so now what they be doing, they get these young niggas, they start signing to these 360 deals where we getting show money, we getting merch money, and everything else. So they and that's why they be mad when some of these little niggas be going out here doing these mixtapes and shit like that, outside of I don't necessarily think they got control over that. And
No.
you know, so it's like I say, it's a crazy world. But again,
Well, if it's a
read your
partnership,
contract.
they both eat off of it. So
Yeah,
that's what you agreed to.
yeah, yeah. And I agree that there is no more money in record sales. That's also these streaming services have also
Yeah.
killed a lot of that because you getting nada. You know what I'm saying? That's true.
Right, they ain't hard to making their money off albums no more anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl Crawford. Yeah, Carl Crawford. He played baseball with him.
He was a baseball player.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You gotta understand these ain't your local neighborhood, record label niggas. Like it ain't like Jay gonna come out and just squeeze these niggas and they finna fold up. Like it ain't some of these, like thousandaires that's making record labels and shit like that. Yeah.
Where was Jay at when she was nobody?
Yeah, nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, then he didn't want to be bothered with her.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah, that was crazy because that's like these deals was crazy. Because what was it? What didn't Puff sell Mace Master for something crazy?
I don't think he sold them. I think he just won't give them to Mace.
Because I heard something they were saying.
I think Mace offered him like $2 million, and he told him somebody else offered him more than that or something.
Appreciate the love, just Sarah. I thought somebody was saying I had read a story somewhere. I thought they said that he had offered him like 50 cents for like it was like 50,000 something crazy.
Just Sarah donated $5 through Super Chat. Honcho the main Sancho shirts on sale now. First 10 people getting a raffle for $500. Celebratory hands in the air. Celebratory hands in the air. Smiley face. Smiley face. Smiley face.
Appreciate the love, just Sarah. Look, I finally set some stuff up. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. Oh, for those of them, let y'all know now. There will not be a Den tomorrow evening. I gotta take care of some things, but I might get on Discord. Cause I could Discord while I'm driving. I can be in the voice chat and do that. But cause I'm gonna be out and about taking care of some stuff. And Saturday I might be also. So maybe, maybe we'll have a Sunday. I can't promise you that, but we'll figure it out. I just want to make sure while y'all are here that it won't be a Den tomorrow night because I got some things to take care of. And then, like I say, Saturday, Sunday, very tentative. I'll try to make up for it on one of those days. So we'll see what's happening. Oh no, I can't extend the day tonight. Even though I got started late, so I'm gonna make sure we get to 2 hours for the night. But I can't extend it tonight because I got to get up early too. That's why I've been sluggish and shit. Like I've been getting up early and then, staying up late on the Den Discord. But we will be in the Discord after the Den, and hopefully we have another good conversation. Man, there's been some very good conversations in there. Where's Female Pimp? Has she shown up since she left the Den? Last night she got ran out the Den Discord last night and ain't seen her since. So
you might y'all be doing Female Pimp like that. That's wrong.
Female Pimp does that to herself. Female Pimp be poking the bear, and then when she fuck around and get bit, rip to shreds. She disappeared. I like Female Pimp. I like giving Female Pimp a hard time because she be talking shit. So
no, you don't.
No, if you talk to shit, you
well,
get
I
bit.
really don't have no opinion on the topic, so I guess I'm gonna wrap my call up. Shit,
All right, well, Miss Rashid, it's
the coronavirus. I'm ready for it. I got my ginger ale, so I'm good.
You said you got your mask and shit?
I said I got my mask and my ginger ale, so I'm good.
Wait, what? The ginger ale? What the ginger ale gonna do?
Black folks, we know ginger ale solve all problems.
I thought it was what was it? Chicken noodle soup and Sprite? Ginger ale. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Canada Dry, they got the bold one, the yellow one, so you got to get that one.
Canada Dry bold?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard that. I used to look, man. My I was gonna say my tea lady. Some of y'all ain't gonna understand that, but my mom, my partners would come over. They knew for a fact that my mom always had some ginger ale in the house. Like they would know she kept some damn ginger ale. They would come up, man, let me have a ginger ale. Don't even have to look. I'm like, nigga, we ain't got no. Yeah, you do. You got some damn ginger ale. And my mom would come out or something.
They kept you from getting sick.
Yeah. So yeah, it was always. It wouldn't be nothing else in that motherfucker. Be some goddamn ginger ale.
That's right. Your mama know what to do.
Yeah. Let's say Panther Nation going crazy. What is Panther Nation doing? Oh, because Cam finna be out of there, huh? You know what I'm saying?
We ain't got but 2 cases or 3 cases here in Chicago. I hope they stay there wherever they at.
Yeah. Jesse's mother got the corona.
Oh well. I hope he took his ass back to Hollywood.
He gonna stroll down the lane in the subway at 2 a.m. Gets be spreading corona all over the place.
Lord have mercy.
So I wouldn't give him no ginger ale. My mom would be nice and give him some ginger ale because I'd lie and say we ain't got none, and say if she ended up coming back to the house or she was getting off or if she would come out of the room or something, they'd be asking, well, you got something to drink? Oh yeah. And give some damn ginger ale. Fuck that. I'm trying to hold them ginger ales for myself. Goddamn, I ain't gonna lie. The ginger ales be hitting when they cold. Shit.
Yeah.
Good. So it is what it is. Okay. Well, yeah. So to you and everybody else, y'all be careful out there. Like Prepaid said, man, just wash your damn hands. You know. I know some of y'all.
Prepaid ass is crazy.
So I know some of y'all some non-hand washers out there. I ain't gonna call nobody out. Just wash your damn hands.
Yeah, everybody for sure do that. Hand sanitizer. Get on it.
You say female pimples get punked. She didn't really do that. Man, look, she probably got some poke credit that she got from back in the day that she deserved. Yeah, they definitely. I'm telling you, Big M and Wokety Woke. That is the New Mexico version of Prepaid and Trio. When they get together, it is pure comedy. So, but yeah. Okay, Miss Rashid, well, I appreciate you calling in and, you know, sharing your thoughts with us this evening. We're going to get you in the Discord one day. You trying to hold out on us right now, but we're going to get you up in there.
Yeah, I was in there. I don't know what the hell I was doing, so I left.
Get back up in there. You got to get back in there. Just take a little bit. It's a little, it can be a little intimidating at first, but once you fool around with it for a couple of minutes, you know what I'm saying? And there's some easy tutorials to understand thanks to Mr. Coltrane. He worked very hard to get everything in order to make it easy for everybody to figure it out. I'll post them in there. Get in there. I'm telling you, it's very entertaining. I think you would enjoy it.
Okay, if you say so, Honcho.
I'm gonna come to Chicago and come to Chicago, get your phone and put you in
there. Come on.
Yes, sir. But all right, Miss. Maybe I can get my sandwich too. But
yeah, for sure. Okay. And for ginger ale, get you a cold glass of ginger ale.
See, that's what I'm talking
Wash
about.
yourself out.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That would be 100. I'd be Corona proof. But anyway, Miss Rashida, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts. We'll get ready to probably wind down here shortly, and but it's always good to hear from you. So I thank you for sharing your thoughts with us this evening.
All right. No problem. Take care, and everybody else take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Oh man, look, you ain't called me indeed, love. Ain't nobody listening to that shit. This will be our last call of the evening, but I'm going to take this call, and after this call, we will wrap it up. I'm gonna disinfect the computer because some of these calls we getting, I don't know where y'all calling from. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hello, Honcho.
Hello, Shannon. How are you this evening? I'm fine. How are you, Miss Shannon?
I'm doing good. I'm bundled up in my room in my house because I'm fucking freezing as hell.
Well, that's another strike against your city. So we have a couple of things to talk about, Shannon.
Like what?
The main thing is this idea that you've put out there that Kim Kardashian is helping niggas for clout. What clout is Kim Kardashian getting for helping get niggas out of jail?
Hi there.
I just don't think she's doing it for the right reasons. Like, she built her name on garnishing attention to her, so I just don't believe that. Yeah, nobody's saying that she's been doing good for anybody, but I just don't believe she's doing it for the right reasons. That's all.
But what are the reasons that you think that she's doing it for?
For attention.
What attention is she getting that she does not already have by helping these people?
I don't really know, but it's just something funny about it just to me. That's all it is. I just don't think she's really doing it for the right reasons. I could be wrong. Like I said, if I'm wrong about it, then I'll admit I'm wrong, but I just don't believe she's doing it for the right reasons. That's all.
Okay. Well, is she getting results out of no matter
like
what?
I didn't say what she was I didn't say what she was doing wasn't good. I just don't believe she's doing it for the right reasons. That's all.
But whatever it is she getting the results that are beneficial?
If it's benefiting somebody, like I said, I don't care about the fact that she's doing good. She's doing good for somebody that's helping somebody. I just don't believe her reason behind it is truly an honorable one. That's what I'm saying.
So what would be honorable in your eyes for her? What would have to be her motivation?
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. Honcho, hang up.
Appreciate the love, Just Sarah. What would have to be honorable for this to be suitable in your eyes?
I guess I haven't really thought of it that way. I don't know. I guess it would be. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
Okay. And so, what is it that you think that she's doing now that is not honorable? Because you don't think she's doing it for the right reasons. Hey, you think it's for attention, but this is one of the most famous, if not probably the most famous, women in the world right now.
Yeah.
What does she have to gain from doing this?
There's always a lot to gain from doing something. I just don't know her reasons behind it.
But if there's a lot to gain, what is it? I mean, her reason. We're not talking about the reason right now. We're talking about what she has to gain. So, what is it that she can gain by helping these people get out of jail?
Well, if I had to guess, I would say because of how it makes her look in the eyes of the media. Mm-hmm. So that could be one of them.
Okay. So,
but I don't really care about her.
But in the media, again, which is this is a person again who could get on Instagram and sell y'all some flat tummy tea and make $1 million for a post. She is the media. But here's my thing right here, right? And I just say she wants to be smart. She's taking credit for Black female law. You know, she gave those women a lot of credit, and she's helped fund the project that those women had because they were getting very little support early on. So she actually helped those women with what they had going on, and she definitely did give them credit.
Okay.
So here's my
like
thing.
I said, I don't believe that I'm not saying anything against what she's doing. Yeah, she's doing good for other people and everything, but I don't believe that she's doing it for the right reasons because I believe that she's gonna want something in return later on.
What can they do for? Do you realize that this is more harmful for her than it helps her? Because this is what I want you to understand. Do you think the majority of people who are fans of Kim Kardashian, do you think that they are for Trump or against Trump?
I honestly don't know because I don't care if anybody's for Trump or not.
It's an easy answer. I don't like I said. I don't even. I could. It's an easy answer. You know. Think about it for 10 seconds. You know the answer.
Most of them might be for Trump.
So you think most of Kim Kardashian's supporters are pro-Trump?
Most of them might be. Most of them might be. I say might because I don't know. I don't know all of her supporters personally because I don't keep up with her like that. I hear everything. I hear something about her every once in a while and everything, and but I really do not keep up with her like that. I'm not disputing anything that she's doing that is good for somebody else. I'm not disputing all that. I just personally don't believe that somebody as famous as her would do something for somebody else out of their free will without wanting something in return.
Hey, Misty, how are you doing this evening?
That's just what I believe.
So, do you think that rich people are selfish?
No, just like I'm gonna put it this way. I heard a while ago that Denzel was suing Chadwick Boseman for all of the money that he spent putting him through college and acting school and everything, and teaching him how to act. And now that he's famous, he's expecting payment on his investment.
Where'd you hear that?
I was reading it in an article. It was an article online.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if it's true, so I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, but if it is true, then he's expecting his payment back on his investment.
I'd like you to share that with the Den.
So that makes me.
If you find a link or something, I would like to read that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find it again, and I'm gonna try to post a link and everything to it.
But what does that necessarily have to do with rich people as a whole? Do you think Hollywood people are selfish? Do you think that they get so much attention?
No, I just question a lot of their motives. That's all. I just question a lot of why they do this and that. Because, like I said, there are some stories where people do something, but they want something in return, or they expect a payback on what they invested in. So I just question a lot of their reasons as why they're doing what they do.
What can these people pay Kim Kardashian back? They've been in jail for decades. Again, she's put up housing for them. She's done things to help them to try to find employment. Are the female lawyers that she's helping fund? I mean, are they supposed to pay?
Because I'm questioning whether she's doing it for publicity or if her reasons is that she just want to help people. But like I said, I just always question a lot of famous people. That's all.
But here's my thing: Kim K could go get on a magazine cover if she wanted publicity, and quote unquote break the internet with the champagne thing, or spend time, money, and effort. So actually go spend money, go spend time, and take the effort and time over going to the White House, all these other things, when she could go do photo shoots and everything, get way more attention than what she's doing now. So I'm just looking at me of the what's the word? Opportunity cost is a lot higher to help these people than it is to do she could do anything else in the world and probably get 10 times the attention, because freeing these people who have been locked up only matters to a small group of folks. In reality, the majority of her fans probably don't give a shit. The majority of her fans probably don't even know, or like I say, or care. They want to know when the new makeup or clothes or whatever that they want to know how to look like or act like or do all that. They're not gonna go to law school. They're not going to go trying to help anybody. The majority of her fans are not going to go try to free anybody. Look, that's not what she built her brand on. That's not what the Kardashians are about. So her doing this stuff, and again, I'm not a Kim K fan. I'm just trying to think from my own perspective, just what makes sense to me. And so I could be entirely wrong. She could be the devil in disguise, but doesn't make a lot of sense because she'd be wasting a lot of time and effort just to get really nothing from it. That's not what she built her brand on. I don't think she's getting very much publicity from it. Very few people notice it, talk about it, or even really care. She's actually probably getting more detractors because I can go out on a limb, not really watching the show, don't know what she talks about, but I would say the overwhelming majority of her fans are not Trump supporters. I would probably go on a limb and say, I would say 3/4 to 80% of them are probably not Trump supporters. And I know that might be a very high number. Again, like I said, I'm just putting it out. This is me making an assumption. So
So you think that most of her fans and her supporters are the progressives and everything like that?
yeah, I mean, I don't see many. I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think they're more.
I really don't care about progressives. They're the
But
most
what I'm saying is,
fakest people.
but it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is that this is another thing that would not benefit her because she's constantly going to the White House working with Trump. Shit, Kanye went to the fucking White House one time and niggas wanted to disown Kanye. They threw him out the club and he tripping, TI'd and went in on and wrote an essay on Instagram about him and et cetera, et cetera. But she's gone there multiple times, having multiple meetings, have gotten a significant number of people, their sentences commuted by assisting these other women, and again using her clout to bring attention to these stories and these situations when most people probably wouldn't care, when most people probably wouldn't give a shit. So again, if you just heard a story about two black female lawyers out there working to free niggas, they'd be like, okay, well, that's good. Nobody would care. But if you hear the name Kim Kardashian attached to it, then that puts a lot more attention on that cause. But what is she gaining from it is absolutely nothing. She's probably taking more of a
Like I
loss than
said,
anything.
it could be that she's doing it for her image. A lot of celebrities do a lot of stuff for their image, how it makes them look good in the media. Like, I'm a big wrestling fan and everything like that, right? And motherfuckers hate John Cena and everything, but every time his fans turn against him and say that he suck and whatnot, he always puts out a commercial or ad or something, him doing something for terminally ill kids. And nobody wants to say anything about him sucking because that would make everybody look bad because they're saying he sucks when he's doing work for these terminally ill kids. So,
I mean, but here's the thing. People talk about a lot of people that don't know what they do, behind the scenes. There are a lot of people who don't put their business on Front Street. A lot of celebrities, a lot of athletes, a lot of people. People don't care about the good that most people do, honestly. You know what I'm saying? They're damn near, I won't say damn near every, but there's a significant number of athletes that have charities and foundations, and I would want to believe most of them are for legitimate reasons. But nobody talks about that. But nobody talks. When it comes to athletes, what are people talking about? The drama, the baby mamas, the arrests. They lost their money or whatever else. Like, nobody's talking about the good. Nobody cares about that. There's hundreds, if not thousands of them. And nobody talks about those things. Nobody cares about any of that. If so, it's mentioned briefly for the second or two, and then it's, hey, where are they going to play next? Or what are they doing? Oh, they broke their ankle. People like nobody cares about the good. It's always about the negative. And so, again, if Kim Kardashian went out there and put her ass on another magazine cover or did whatever, anything that would get her so much more attention. So I have to go out and say that it's a genuinely noble cause. And I see people talking about tax write-off and all that. There's a million other ways you could get a tax write-off without having to dedicate that much time to doing it, without making that, without her having to make that much of an effort to do it. She could do it in a much easier way. So my thing is like, I'm going to go out on a limb again, not being a fan and just trying to, hold some of my bias, that I think she's doing it for a legitimate reason. I don't see where she's getting any clout for this because no matter what, this is the society that we live in. Nobody's going to view her any differently, even if a small number of people will view her differently if she becomes, if when she becomes a lawyer. The majority of people are still going to say, oh, well, she only made it that far because of the sex tape or because of this or because of that, So my thing is, like, people are always going to look for the negative. People want the negatives. People feed and thrive off the negativity. And so my thing is, whether she has the most noble causes on earth or whether she's being deceptive, I know that Alice Johnson don't give a shit. I know Alice Johnson is happy because she's home and she did 21 years and she's talking about, working with Kim Kardashian and Trump and all of this stuff. And I know that the people who are benefiting from this shit, whether it be one, whether it be 1,000, the results are that they are free, that they're not sitting in a cell right now for a long overdue. I'm getting tired over here. A long overdue or an overbearing sentence, if you will, and that taste of freedom. And I'm complaining about the little funky, month and some change. These are people who did decades, and we're talking about penitentiary time, which is much more significant than jail time. And you're talking about decades where the world has changed. Right? Think about the last 20 years. Even though you're a kid, you're like 15. You ain't been here 20 years, but how much the world has changed from 2000 to 2020. And then to get out at this time and have to reacclimate and, again, finding jobs, not having certain levels of skills and all these other things. And for her to put these people in a position, a place, you get a felony on your record. I don't know how it is out there, but in Texas, most places, it's 5, 7 to 10 years. Some jobs won't fuck with you for 7 years. Some places won't lease to you for 10 years. Some places won't lease with the business, depending on what it is. So there's a hold on your life, once you have to deal with these things. For some people, it's when you get out is when it's time. For certain cases, it's, whenever you were sentenced. But so a lot of these people have a lot to deal with and overcome. And some places just ain't going to fuck with you ever if you got any kind of charge. So to do the things that she's doing, if you don't understand, is extremely significant for these people. And to come home and have a solid foundation to get right back to it. Because the reason why recidivism rates are so high is because most people, they go to jail, they do whatever, prison, whatever. They come back out, they have no foundation. They have no opportunity necessarily. I mean, there are opportunities, but it's difficult. It's very difficult. And a lot of people don't want to take that difficult. They want some money now so they can, feel normal and live normal or whatever. So they go back to the same shit the only shit that they know, and they end up back doing the same thing. So I'm not making an excuse for it, but it is what it is. When you don't have a place to stay, when you don't got nothing, you're going to go back to doing whatever, put some money in your pocket so that you can handle your business and feel like a normal human being. She's allowed these people to come out and have that comfort, that security, knowing, that they'll have a roof over their heads, that they can have opportunities to, get their lives back on track. And so I have to commend that. Like, whatever her intentions are, these are the results of that situation. I have to commend it. I mean, that's just it.
Yeah.
Now,
like I said, I'm not disputing any of the good that she's doing. I'm not taking away from that. I'm not taking away from that. I'm just questioning her mother.
You just mad because you ain't got a tape of Ray J.
No. Nope.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm not mad about it at all. What I am mad about is these fucking feminists.
What have the feminists done?
Oh my God! I was reading the article, right? There was an article on Facebook, and then there was a video talking about it. And some feminist bitch and a bunch of SJWs want to ruin Bram Stoker's work. Bram Stoker's Dracula, right? Mm-hmm. And they were talking about. I posted the video in the Facebook group. I'm mad about it.
I don't be watching shit you be posting there. Yeah, I can't trust your posts.
Well, it's there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyway, they want to. She was talking about how Bram Stoker's Dracula is misogynistic and sexist and everything, and they want to make him gay. Well, bisexual.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, but I don't even got the juice to get into it. I don't even got the juice to complain about it. I don't even got the juice to complain about it.
You never read any of Bram Stoker's books?
No.
The
vampire thing has never been too big to me. The only vampire shit I got into was Blade, and I think I watched one of those. Who was the chick? The chick that was fucking them all up. Underworld?
Queen of the Damned by any right? No, you talking about Underworld?
Yeah, Underworld. I think
Underworld.
I think I watched one of those Underworlds, maybe one or two of them, and Blade.
I read a lot of novels, and a lot of them I read are dark horror graphic novels and everything. Terrible. So I got a collection of Bram Stoker's books.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, That's
And one of my favorite novels and favorite movies based off of one of his novels is his Dracula one. And it pisses me off that they about to mess with his work.
Well, I guess me not being a fan, it's not as big a deal. But what I am mad about is the lesbian moms and Clifford the Big Red Dog. I need to hear from Cliff and Daniel. I need to hear their thoughts about that. So, you know.
Yeah.
But here's the deal, Miss Shadow. We're going to get ready to wind it down. Now, I see somebody said they're on hold that I haven't heard from in a long time. I said you was going to be the last call, but just because I haven't heard from this individual of mine, I'll take one more, and then we're going to slide to the Discord and talk some trash. But I appreciate you for calling in, and it is good to hear from you. Call back when you're legal.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Well, bye. Good night.
Adios. This will officially be the last call, just because I haven't heard from this person in quite some time. So we shall have a discussion. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Rise the fuck up.
I'm gonna hang up as soon
all the time.
All
the time.
Look, I said Sharon's gonna be the last call. I said I'm gonna take one more call, and this is how you approach the call.
No,
I should have hung up on
Rise the fuck up. Hey, Ed.
Okay, how are you, Miss Angela?
I'm all right, Ed. I mean, I'm saying, you all right now? You know?
Yeah, everything is
They ain't
good.
try to, they ain't try to get at you, did they? They ain't try to, I'm quoting the movie. They ain't try to get your booty, did they?
Say it too loud.
Hey, what's going on? Now it's just feedback, though, for real. Like, there's been so much going on YouTube. There's so much going on. It's just like, it's like a good feeling to have, a content creator that's the same, that doesn't change. You know what I mean? Like, your topics and the way you conduct things is just, it's a breath of fresh air, because people change up so much in this, a lot. I've been doing my thing too. I got a few more subscribers since you went in, so I've been doing my thing too.
Okay. But I've seen you putting in work. I've been seeing it.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't want to rush the thing and be in the mess and get 1,000 subscribers and then all they want is drama and mess. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's not the way I want to do. I'm kind of like my mentor. You know what I mean? Different subjects. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, it's only a few people that I can say that, building my channel that I want to be. Now, don't get me wrong. I watch the drama and the mess because, hey, I'm all about that shit. I told y'all. I watch love and hip-hop and all that bullshit. I watch the shit, but that's not what I want to be about. But what I want to say to, who was that, the last caller? That was Shannon?
Yes, that was Shannon.
Okay, so the people that keep saying that Kim Kardashian is doing it for a motive or reason, this and that, let me tell y'all something. Her come-up is the sex tape years ago. That's the come-up. Now, if you want to speak about that, that's fine. But what she's doing now, regardless of what the motive is, just like you said, Alice is happy to be on with us. It doesn't matter what their motive is. But to me, because I've been watching them since day one, since the sex tape, since the first episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I've been watching them. Now, of course, rich people stay in the light. They stay in the TMZ and all the blogs and this and that. Of course, they do them little things. But one thing I can see she's dead serious about, because she's actually going to school for this law thing. Of course, she has did things to get attention and to get fame and to this and that. Man, goddamn, she married Kanye. She ain't even got to do that no more. Yeah. This nigga's gonna take care of her. Like, point blank. Like, even though they are what they are, she still has a reason. And whatever her motives were, it doesn't matter. I don't care if her motives was to get fame. The people that were freed and that are getting freed, and when she stood next to Trump and he signed that bill, hey, that's what y'all should be worried about. That's one thing about niggas. See, we don't know how to appreciate shit, okay? It doesn't matter how it's done. when it's done.
Correct.
Okay? It's done. And one thing I can say, Prepaid has said all the time, you niggas ain't appreciative of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it doesn't matter the reason. It's done. That lady did not care. She didn't even know Kim Kardashian. That lady been in prison for years. She just happened to see something. I think she said she was in her cell and somebody told her, and she wrote Kim. And Kim, out of all them letters Kim Kardashian get, how did she just come across that one? You see what I mean? Because she read every single one of them. So it doesn't matter what kind of fame and how rich she is. It doesn't matter. She has freed, not just Alice, other people as well. What's the girl name? Centennia Brown?
Centoya, yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, the one where she killed her abuser.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's I don't know, Ed. Y'all, you know me. I'm pro everything. Like, I'm not gonna. I stand for what I stand for. Mm-hmm. But when you have people out there, I don't care if they got $1 billion or $1. Mm-hmm. When they doing shit like that, don't be like, well, they just doing it for fame, because she already has fame years ago. 13, 14, 15 years ago. She's 15 years in it, at least. She don't need the fame. She don't need the following. She don't need the watch, because we all still watch. I watch every season of the Kardashians since day one. So people can say what they want to say about it.
How many seasons of the Kardashians are there?
It's like 16.
God, dog.
Yeah, and at one time, the Braxtons, you know, they was trying to semi-go at each other, but both of them are still on. You know, the Braxtons ain't been on as long as the Kardashians, because, of course, Kim came out with Ray J and the sex tape. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's when you called her a clout chaser. But now he has the clout. There's nothing you could say but just take what she did and run with it. Look, she could have got anybody out of jail but a nigga. Okay?
Yeah.
She could have. She couldn't have cared about that lady. She couldn't have cared about the other people. She reads every single story. Because how else did she get to this lady's story? Unless it's all propaganda, which I don't believe, because this lady been in jail over 20 years for selling fucking weed.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Y'all got to stop that.
Yeah.
Look, we got to appreciate the help we get, because it is what it is. It is what it is. We don't get big ups. We don't get appreciated for what we do, because the way niggas act now in the streets, and we don't. So when somebody decides to do a little something, whether if it was big or not to anybody, when that lady got out, I actually had tears in my eyes. Like, when she got to her family, I cried. I don't care, because I've always watched the Kardashians anyway. But if I didn't, that would have made me watch her. Y'all stop downgrading stuff that people does for us. Stop that. That's why people don't want to do shit for us, because the people say, well, she had her motive. She won't clout. And she wants this. That's why they don't want to do shit for us. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm not voting. I'm voting for myself.
Oh, Lord.
This election, because I already know who's going to win. And
who's
frankly,
like I
win? Said, Trump. And frankly, like I said a while ago, before you went off, I'm cool with it. Let's just keep it going how it's going. Because shit right now is just going to ruin and fuck up and screw up everything. I'm just content the way I am. And listen, let me tell y'all something, this too. So, okay, y'all can record this and take it down, because y'all know Miss Me and how I've been talking about the Orangeman. But, child, my taxes this year, Jesus, thank you, Trump. Thank you, Orangeman.
Oh, really?
Thank you, the Orangeman. Thank you, the Orangeman. My tax return. Look, Honcho, I don't usually get shit, okay? I usually have to pay. Man, let me tell you what I'm finna do is me finna go to Vegas, and then I done got me some new furniture, and thank you, Orangeman.
Yeah, you finna give it all back to him.
Now, if you can do this next year, now if you can, if you and look, and I paid my school loans, I'll pay them off. Like, damn, I don't owe shit. Like, thank you, Orangeman. If we could do this shit again next year, run it one more again. I got you, bro.
Oh yeah, you count on that. That's gonna happen.
So but that goes back to what I'm saying. Like, niggas, we need to appreciate some shit, okay? Because I told y'all why I appreciated Obama. Because they gave, my daughter was on my insurance until she passed. And my other daughter was on until she was 26. So just think if that didn't happen. So I appreciate that part. But shit, when I seen what I was getting back on my taxes, I said, you got to be bullshitting me. Because I ain't got this shit since my kids were little. Like in let me see, 11 years I ain't got a tax return. 11 years. 11 years. I was like, I was twerking and dancing and turned up the music. Like, because I've used the same tax person for like 15 years. So he was like, you getting some money back. I was like, what? Don't play with me. So I can say, hey, you know me. I'm like, hey, I give you my props when I need to give you my props. Hey, Orangeman, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
all that good stuff going on, and you're still a Falcons fan. Terrible.
Yes, sir. Rise up. Rise up. Yes, sir. Rise up. Listen, the record is 0-0. This is a whole new season, sir. So there's no sorry Falcons. There's no sorry Texans as of right now. Okay? Because the new season is coming. Right now, I'm at the Hawks games. And I'll be at the Braves games. And then when the Falcons start, I'll be at the Falcons games.
Terrible. It sounds like a bunch of bad decisions.
No, it's not terrible. No, it's not terrible, Ed. Ed, not terrible. So, Ed, we're going to do we're going to get together on because I got some things. While you've been away on your vacation, it was a shitty vacation, but while you were away, I've been thinking of some stuff.
Okay.
And I miss everybody. And, where's Professor? He been in here tonight?
He wasn't here earlier. I don't know if he ducked out.
He didn't call it. Yeah, because we still got the auction going on. Like, we still gonna have the auction going on, ladies. Where's Rashida? I miss Rashida. I ain't got to talk to Rashida.
Yeah, Miss Rashida was in the mix. She called in to see.
Oh, she was. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, Shelly, and prepaid. No, he talking about some Trump 2020. I don't know about all that, but hey.
If you want to keep getting them checks,
he my bro right now. He my bro right now.
Oh man, but
he my bro right now because the money I got last year, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna owe so much because they made me retire. They gave me lump sums and this and that and this and that. So, oh my God, I'm gonna owe so much shit too. Yeah.
So I mean, he can't get a vote. So you know that you make sure you get your
I'm still gonna. Well, he gonna get in anyway. He don't need my vote.
But I mean, you can't always count on it. You got to do your part.
Yeah, he gonna. Ed, come on now, Ed. He's gonna get in. He don't need my vote. He don't need it, but I appreciate the tax return because I ain't got another 11 years. When I tell y'all I was in this motherfucker acting, because I'm telling you, I've had to pay for the last 11 years. And I'm popping my collar, and I got a state return too. I'm like, what? Get the fuck? Like, this ain't real.
Georgia state taxes.
All right, Orangeman. All right. I see you, bro. I see you.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I know. She was supposed to be the last call.
yes, but Miss
So I
Angela,
appreciate you taking my call.
yes, but it's good to hear from you. Like I say, those ideas, I would love to hear about them. And so,
Yes.
there's various methods you can use to contact me. And so, however you
Yeah,
want to
I
reach out.
text you. I reach out to you so you could be like, yay, nay, because some of you might be like, because you know how you feel.
Me?
You might be like, no. So, no, the key word of today is niggas. If somebody give you something, take it. Don't worry about the motives. Just come on now. They're not asking you to jump off a fucking building. Come on now. Like, for real. Like, all the laughing and stuff over with. Like, she really, like, people are really freed. Like, come on. You can't even think about, well, what's the motive behind it when somebody got to be free. And then how many more years she had? She had like 20 more to go, right? Because that lady got like 40, 50 years.
Yeah,
come on now.
I thought it was a life sentence, but she might have.
Yeah, it was. You're right. It was life. So this lady would never get out and seen her family before most of them died, or she would have died in there. It doesn't matter Kim's motives. I don't give a fuck her motives.
Yeah.
That lady got out to see her family. Centennial Brown got out. But she never shouldn't have been in because of the way her life went. She should have never been in there. But she was. And the lady, and y'all forgetting about the lady who shot up in the air, who didn't even shoot at her man. She shot up in the air. Now remember, they let her out on bond, but they were trying to put her back in. But guess who stepped in? Kim stepped in. Yeah, look that up. She stepped in on that as well. So come on, y'all. It doesn't matter the motive. It doesn't matter. I don't care about motives. I don't even care about motives when I got that tax return. Hey, I got it. I appreciate it. Let's move on.
I didn't think I'd hear.
Let's move on.
I didn't think that I would hear the compliments. Not coming
but
from
it's good. It's good to see you back.
Well, good.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You know
this is a historic moment. That's a historic moment. But
I'll be back trolling your streams. You know it. Like I say, cause I've just been hopping on right before this. I ain't really been on the computer or the internet as much. But when I get back on my regularly scheduled program, I'll be back in there trolling, watching, listening.
Shout out. Hey, shout out Prepaid Mike. Look, bro, I look at you different, sir. Prepaid Mike, my nigga. That's fine. I see what the fuck you say. Look, he preached us Prepaid Mike for president, goddamn it. Not 2020 because Trump got there and I want to get that tax return again the next couple of years. I want to get that tax return the next couple of years. After that, Prepaid Mike 2020. Okay? All right? Okay. Good night, Ed. I'll see you later. All right.
You have a good evening. It was wonderful to hear from you.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, man. We're gonna wrap it up on that note. Look, see, we got a semi-extended in. We got an extra about 30 minutes in, but we're gonna slide over to the Discord. Y'all know how it goes. The Discord. Den show after party. So if you're in the Discord, we'll be there shortly. We're in the voice chat talking a little trash. But man, it's good to hear from all of y'all, and I appreciate the love from everybody who called in, everybody who hit the super chat to donate. I greatly appreciate that, man, because like I said, y'all don't have to do anything, but the fact that y'all do, man, it's greatly appreciated that y'all support the channel in that way. And I will, like I said, I'm gonna be on it. I hadn't set the the computer's been set up, but I had to make some little adjustments because, like I said, I didn't kind of. It's a little bit different space and stuff like that I'm working in. So, but I did a couple of things to tweak it, and got a couple more things coming in tomorrow to make this my stuff more efficient. So, but it's gonna really be going once that gets here. There we go. There's gonna be time to turn up, and then thank you, Ms. Barbara. It's good to see you. Like I said, we're going to be back on the regular scheduled program and actually at 9 o'clock instead of the 9:30s that I've been dropping this week. So, like I say, next week everything will be back on schedule. And for those of you who are soft sports fans, I don't even know if I'm a South Sports. I'm a South Sports fan. I don't just know if I'm a Texans fan. It's so tough. I don't know. Like I missed all the Roughnecks game, watching the damn soccer games and shit. And Telemundo. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna talk about it in the Discord. Telemundo is not all bad, and we'll talk about that. And I'm sure I'll have a story or something that I can share that I ain't told yet. So, like I say, the Discord. If you're not in there. Let me see. Make sure the link is in there. I always forget. But oh, that's GT already. Shout out to GT. What's the motherfucking deal? Any friend of Just Sarah is a friend of mine. Oh man, I know the cereal situation. I'm gonna get something now. Make a bad decision. Where's the link at? Link. Ain't no limit. No limit soldier. All right. And let's just have it like on the side so that it's just there to be accessible. All right, that's the Discord link. But again, I want to thank each and every one of you. As I say, it is an honor. It is a privilege. It's truly a privilege. You know, when you have time to have some stuff taken away from you, you realize everything that we have in this society is a privilege. I'm not even just talking about just, from the legal aspect. If you ever get sick and you just know you have at a disadvantage, anything. When you have things taken away from you, you realize the privileges that you have in this life. So be thankful for the things that you have. Be thankful for the people who are in your life. I'm thankful for each and every one of you, and each of you all in different ways, And so I thank y'all for being a part of it. Take this out. Thank y'all for being a part of this community. And like I say, we're gonna get back up. Fucking mosquito hawk and shit. Now, thank y'all for being a part of this community, man. And we have so much more to grow. I'm telling you, I took a couple of days clearing up my mind and just really focusing on some things and just had to get out of some old little zones. But I thank everybody for riding with me and all those who believe in me. All the others who came back and back rocking with the channel. Shout out again to Culture for holding down the Discord and just making that a place for everybody to congregate. And I don't know, man. Like it's so much. Like I said, we won't be a den tomorrow. We'll see. It may be Saturday or Sunday. Excuse me. Before Heidi pops back in, Saturday or Sunday instead of Sunday. I fucks with y'all. I thank all y'all for being here. But with that being said, I'm gonna chunk up a deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't gots to go home. Hopefully you're already at home. But y'all gotta get the fuck up out of here. I'm out.